It's time for Tiger Tip-Off. Watch today's games on the County 10 YouTube channel or catch radio coverage on KOBE 1330 AM and 107.7 FM.
And a very pleasant, good Saturday afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Lander Valley High School for a doubleheader between the Lovell Bulldogs and the Lander Valley Tigers. I'm Scott Fuller, welcoming you in the Porter's Tailgate Show as well. Brought to you by Porter's Mountain View Supply in Riverton, your one-stop shop for grills, spas, stoves, pellets, and more. Porter's is a proud supporter of Fremont County athletes. In our first game, the Lander ladies looking to continue their win streak, a dominating four-quarter victory right here on this floor last night against the Worland's Lady Warriors. In the Tigers' way today, the Lovell Bulldogs coming into the week with a solid 9-6 overall record. They are 1-2 in conference play. Bulldogs have had a competitive season so far, looking to build on a little momentum with some strong performance tonight. And there are some players to worry about for Tiger fans on this Bulldogs roster. Kennedy Owens wears number 22 in blue today. She's been averaging 8 points per game. Owens did not only a scoring threat, but also making a big impact on the boards. She's pulled down nearly 9 rebounds a game, including about 4 per on the defensive side. So she's going to be key for the Bulldogs, both offensively and defensively tonight. That's number 22, Kennedy Owens. Also keep your eye on Lily Mickelson, who wears number 15, consistent shooter, averaging 7.5 per game. Also good inside and good from the line, 58% free throw shooter, if that becomes a factor in the game as well. Defensively, Kennedy Rail, number 4, a key contributor at 6.5 points per game, but she pulls down more rebounds than points, about 7 per game. That's on the Lovell side. For the Lander Lady Tigers, who come into the week with an 8-6 record overall, 2-1 in conference play, and that does not include the big Worland win last night. So 9-6 overall are the Lady Tigers. An impressive season so far. Definitely a statement victory over Worland last night. That game was really never in doubt. And leading the charge on paper for Lander, Daisy Goklish, wearing number 0. Dominant force for her team, averaging 13 points per game. Gets about 13 rebounds per game as well. She's basically a double-double machine on most nights, and will be looking to contribute alongside her co-point guard on the season, as it kind of turned out. Hayden Goggles wearing number 14. Hayden averaging 8.6 per game. Also solid on the boards, has about 4 rebounds a game, 2.5 assists per game. Deegan Reinhardt, also a player to watch down low for Lander. May not lead the team in scoring, but averages 4 assists and 6 rebounds per game. Both these teams have a nice blend of strong offense and stout defense. On paper, this should be a pretty good matchup between Lander and Lovell to open up our doubleheader. The boys' game to follow at about 3:30. I think we're ahead of schedule, as a matter of fact. We're going to get going here in about a minute following the national anthem, so we'll take a break, step aside, and tip things off with Lander and Lovell's girls coming up next here on 1330 KOVE and County10.com.
We are Maven. We focus on the fundamentals, clean, simple designs with the very best modern materials and technologies. We refuse to compromise our mountain town roots to follow the well-worn path to $1. We choose instead to make game-changing gear and use it in the places and pursuits that inspire us every day. We are Maven, a company focused on the design and creation of innovative products for and by the modern outdoorsman.
At Redden Kane & Associates CPAs, we serve clients across Fremont County and beyond with top-tier accounting services. From individual taxes to business consulting, our creative and precise team offers tax management, estate planning, and more. You'll find us engaged and meticulous to ensure each client gets personalized guidance. Visit rivertoncpa.com to learn more about our services and how we can help you achieve financial success.
We are Maven. We focus on the fundamentals, clean, simple designs with the very best modern materials and technologies.
Nice rendition of the Star Spangled Banner is performed by the Lander Choir ahead of Lander and Lovell. First of two games with the starting lineups being introduced on the floor. First for Lovell. We'll get those on the fly and bring those to you. Starting for Lovell is Becca Nichols. Mentioned Kennedy Rail in the Porter's Tailgate Show, wearing number 4. Berea Jones wears number 11 in blue. Libby Mickelson also mentioned. She's one of the key players to stop for Lander. So starting for Lovell, Nichols, Rail, Jones, Mickelson, and Owens. Confirm our starting lineups for the Lander ladies. We're expecting Goklish, McFadden, Mulholland, Goggles, and Reinhardt.
Wearing number 13, Zoe Mulholland. Wearing number 14, Hayden Goggles. And wearing number 34, Dagan Reinhardt.
And that's exactly what we got. Lovell Bulldogs are coached by Brian May, head coach Drew Powell for LVHS. This has been the Porter's Tailgate Show, brought to you by Porter's Mountain View Supply in Riverton, your one-stop shop for grills, spas, stoves, pellets, and more. Porter's, a proud supporter of Fremont County athletes. And we actually don't have any refs in the building at this moment. I assume they're in the building, but they are not on the floor, so that's going to be the holdup before we tip off.
9 youth members of the band have qualified to compete in the World Pipe Championships this fall in Glasgow, Scotland. All the proceeds for the
So,
raffle will go to support the band's trip.
in the meantime, we're kind of treading water here. I looked around, didn't realize there were no officials until both teams went to their bench. So both teams are going to get a extended pregame chat with their respective coaches until we can find ourselves some refs. Glad you're joining us on 1330 KOVE, as well as streaming video at county10.com. For those of you watching on the YouTube stream, feel free and drop in a comment. If you want to give a shout out to whoever you're cheering for, wherever you're watching from, we love the check-ins from all over the country.
Owens, excuse me, she has turned 18 years old today, so
So in lieu of referees who have just now made their way onto the floor, we have a PA announcement wishing a happy birthday of Kennedy Rail, who turned 18 years old today. She was not expecting that, judging by the shade of red that she turned, based on that announcement. So we do have refs. Refs are on the floor, and we are just about ready to go. First of two between Lander and Lovell. Get the ladies' game going here first. It's going to be McFadden jumping, but lost the tip back to Kennedy Rail, and we are underway. Teams with two similar records, momentum-wise, tough to argue against the Lander ladies, dominating Orland last night as Lovell runs their initial possession. Outside in, the ball stolen away by Hayden Goggles. Goggles to Reinhardt. Now here's a three in the corner. That's no good. Getting her own rebound, though, was Hayden Goggles. Nope, that was Goklish. Daisy Goklish missed the three, but is fouled, and we'll have a couple of free throws coming up. Lander looking for their first points of the game. Either way, it's 7:33 to go in the first quarter. First free throw from Daisy Goklish is up and good. Lander on the scoreboard first. Second free throw from Daisy is also good. Lander with a quick 2-0 lead, and they will open the game defensively with a full court 2-2-1 press. Lander's trademark press. They love to use that in full court, but also use it to trap. After the opponent crosses the timeline, Lovell able to break the press this time. They'll set up their offense well away from the basket. This is Rail driving in, pulls up for a long two, no good. There for the rebound is Goklish. Daisy Goklish running the floor to the top of the key, now left elbow. Daisy driving in, dishes out. Into the corner for McFadden. She'll reset the offense to Reinhardt up top, and Goggles now driving from the free throw line. McFadden. Now the ball finds its way up to Daisy. Goklish driving right elbow. Daisy Goklish with a strong move to the hoop. Daisy Goklish with all 4 points of Lander's 4-0 lead here in the first quarter. There's that 2-2-1 working for Lander. Ball's on the floor. It is taken back by Lovell. Becca Nichols has it. 6:36 to go in the first quarter. Lovell able to collect the ball and running their set offense now in the half court with Bria Jones. Jones with a crossover on Goggles. Now feeds a mid-range 2. Kennedy Rail on the scoreboard for Lovell, and they cut the Lander lead to 4-2. Tigers operating left to right for those of you listening on 1330 KOVE. Driving in again. This time is Goggles. Goggles had that possession knocked away from her, leading to a jump ball. Possession arrow is to Lander. Tigers inbounding with Goggles underneath. Goklish looks to spring free. Goggles yet to inbound. Now does throw it up to Reinhardt. Deegan Reinhardt down low, middle of the paint. Some contact and a late whistle. A couple of free throws are going to be coming for Deegan Reinhardt. It's going to be the second team foul on the Lady Bulldogs. Lander still with 0 here in the first quarter. 2 minutes gone by. Reinhardt's free throw is good. And Reinhardt from the free throw line, 2 for 2. Lander extends their lead to 7-2 on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard. Right back to that 2-2-1 full court press, and trouble at the timeline. There's a tie-up from Daisy Goklish. The arrow back to Lovell. Head coach Drew Powell for Lander's Ladies told us he would be wearing a green tie today after a blowout victory last night. While he was wearing a green tie, he is not. He is wearing the opposite of the green tie. Travel down low. There's a turnover back to Lander as Kennedy Owens picked up her pivot foot. So Lander forcing another turnover, and the Tigers with a 6-2 lead here in the first quarter on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard. 1-2 between Lander and Lovell. Boys game coming up next. It's going to be a tough test for Lander's boys. Lovell, on paper, the most dominant team in 3A, so a tough test in game number 2. In the meantime, Lander's Ladies looking to expand on a huge win last night. Pass down low to Daisy Goklish, who is fouled. A couple of free throws coming for Goklish. Mentioned she averages about 14 points per game. Season didn't quite start out that way. And last season, it was really Hayden Goggles who would take it upon herself to take the ball to the rim if her team was maybe a little bit flat at any given time, and that role is reversed a little bit as Daisy makes her first free throw. She's got 5 of Lander's 8 points. But either Goklish or Goggles can assume that role, and that's, if anything, offensively, that's what makes Lander so dangerous. Because they're not reliant on one single player. Daisy's second free throw is also good. She is perfect from the stripe today. Lander with a 8-2 advantage is what we're showing here on the scoreboard. I had 9, but we'll drop it back down to 8. So that's what the official scoreboard said. Lander's 2-2-1 forces a 10-second backcourt violation, so another turnover to the Tigers. No, that's right. The score in the building is right. I was trying to give Lander an extra point. It is 8-2. Daisy with all 6. There are 6 of those 8 points, and she has the ball for Lander after the 10-second violation. Looks for Deegan Reinhardt. That's Zoe Mulholland's right side outside. Zoe drops to Kendall McFadden, and now here's Deegan Reinhardt for 3. That missed everything. Mulholland doing her best to save the possession, but her foot was on the line, so a turnover back to Lovell. Get a timeout taken by Lovell. That is their first timeout. And a chance for us to remind you that tomorrow, already, Super Bowl 59 will have coverage beginning at 2 p.m. on 1330 KOVE, as well as streaming audio. You can listen to that, at least audio. We can't stream the video, obviously, but we can stream the audio for you at county10.com. Go there, click on radio, and click on KOVE for the stream of Super Bowl 59 tomorrow, with coverage beginning at 2 o'clock Mountain Time. I think that game gets going officially at 4:30, is that right? I can never tell. I think that's on purpose, too. I'd like you to watch all the pregame festivities, but it's a de facto holiday, and as not excited as many people are about that matchup tomorrow, we'll have the game for you. It's always worth watching and listening to. Out of the Lovell timeout, Bulldogs inbound against, again, a full court 2-2-1 of Lander that's given Lovell problems so far. Bulldogs able to break it this time down the floor with Mickelson. Gets the ball up to Rail as Lovell starts their half-court offense. With 4:39 to go in the first quarter, 8-2. Tigers on top of the Bulldogs. Lovell with an entry pass to the elbow to Libby Mickelson. Kicked outside for three, and there's a much-needed tray from Lovell. Becca Nichols hitting that for the Lady Bulldogs. Lander looking to answer as Goggles starts on the right side. There's Goklish down to Reinhardt. Zoe Mulholland, entry pass is tipped into Daisy Goklish, but Daisy corrals it. Reinhardt driving at the right elbow. She kicks it out for a three from Kendall McFadden, and that's good. Lander hitting from downtown. There's Kendall McFadden on the score sheet, and the Tigers have an 11-5 lead halfway through the first quarter on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard. Lovell trying to catch Lander in transition. They end up with a layup opportunity, but the ball is ripped away. Strong rebound by Deegan Reinhardt following the Lovell miss. Crossing over at the top of the key is Goggles, driving all the way in. Had that ball maybe knocked away. Could have been blocked clean. Lander unable to set up their full-court defense, and Lovell tries to take advantage as diving in is Becca Nichols, who draws a foul. Let's see which Tiger gets the first team foul of the game for Lander. It'll be Reinhardt, her first team foul. Lovell, by the way, with 3 first-quarter team fouls so far. Free throws on the way from Nichols. And the first one is no good. Missed off to the side. Remains a 6-point Lander advantage. Second free throw from Nichols is good. It's now a 5-point lead for the Lady Tigers. As Goklish crosses the timeline, then stops right at the top of the key. McFadden right side out. Crossover to the free throw line. She kicks out to Mulholland, who thought about a long three. Instead hands off to Reinhardt, now in the right corner. Skip pass all the way over to the left corner, and driving in with a floater is Hayden Goggles, who finishes the play. Hayden Goggles with her first bucket of the game, and Lander with a 13-6 advantage. 3-minute mark of the first quarter. Bulldogs again trouble crossing the timeline against Lander's 2-2-1 and a travel. It's not just the full court pressure with the 2-2-1. We've been talking about this all year, but it's also how that defense allows you to trap at different places on the floor. You get across the timeline, you think you're home free if you are able to clear the timeline. And then all of a sudden you've got a double team in a place where you don't really usually have a whole lot of offensive help. Both Lander teams, boys and girls, run that 2-2-1 whenever they can. And they both run it pretty effectively as Lander runs their offense inside to Zoe Mulholland. Kicked out to, I think that's Brianna Lincoln into the game. She had 3 threes last night, missed a long 3 with her first shot of the game. Ball knocked out of bounds back to the Tigers. Just about everybody scored for Lander last night, though. Highest point total of the year for the Tigers in their win against Worland. Long 3 after the inbound's no good, so Lovell with possession and setting up their half-court offense. To the top of the key is Avery Walker with a feed down low. One dribble and a shot inside from Owens. That ball is rebounded by Reinhardt and tipped ahead for the moment to Goggles, who retains possession. With 2:07 to go, Lander looking to build on a 13-6 lead. Daisy Goklish, can't leave her that wide open. Daisy with a good-looking shot, but missed everything. And so out of bounds off of Reinhardt following the miss. But Daisy's going to take that shot every time and make it more often than not. Somebody forgot about her outside. It's one of those where sometimes you're too open. Get the ball, you're that open, and you're thinking about how open you are as opposed to the shot. Counterintuitive, but it does happen sometimes. Owens for Lovell, hands off to her point guard at the top of the key. It's actually Brooklyn Clark into the game for the first time for Lovell. It's to Rail. Rail, entry pass inside. Down low to Mickelson, who is fouled. They're going to say that's a shooting foul, I believe. These would be Mickelson's first points of the game if she's able to convert one or both of these, and so far the Tigers have done a good job on the top scorer for the Bulldogs. First free throw from Mickelson is good. 13-7 Lander advantage. Paisley Hollingshead into the game, replacing Zoe Mulholland for the first time. Also gets Becca Nichols into the game for Lovell, replacing Rail. Second free throw on the way from Libby Mickelson. And that is no good. Front iron. Reinhardt with the defensive board for the Tigers. Goggles dribbles to the free throw line on the left. Hands off to Deegan Reinhardt for a three. That's no good. One pass, one shot. And now Lovell with the basketball. Lady Bulldogs across the timeline. Nice defense by Goklish to knock it back over. Nichols having trouble with the possession. Ball's on the floor. And now a foul's going to be called on, I think, on Daisy Goklish. After a great defensive set. Just may have caught some arm there on the reach-in. It's going to be Daisy's second, so Daisy, I think, is going to have a seat. Yeah, Daisy's out now. Kendall McFadden into the game, but the Tigers' top scorer will have a break with 2 fouls. Daisy was 6 on the game so far. Tigers up 13-7 on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard. Spinning in the lane is Owens. Owens with a skip pass left to Nichols. That's a long 2. No good. Rebound is pulled down offensively by the Bulldogs, though. That was Mickelson grabbing that. Nearly traveled. Got the ball to a teammate instead. Now off to the left is Brooklyn Clark. With a bounce pass to Nichols. Nichols, hands behind her, left corner. Driving now toward the center is May. Here's a 3 from the right side. No good. Offensive boards pulled down by Regan May. And May drops it in for Lovell. 13-9 with 30 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Lander on top of Lovell. 24 seconds. As Brianna Lincoln passes down low to Goggles. Goggles with a floater. Tries to get her own rebound after the miss. And I think a jump ball is going to be called.
Jump ball, possession arrow.
Yep, possession arrow is Landers. 17 seconds left on the first quarter clock. Lander with a 13-9 lead and the basketball. McFadden thought about a 3, instead milking some clock. Now pass down low to Reinhardt, who lost her footing and traveled. Deegan Reinhardt was trying to catch that pass as she was landing and never got her feet quite set where she wanted. Ended up traveling. 8 seconds now in the quarter, 7. Lovell still yet to cross the timeline. Now they do with 4 seconds. Here's 3. 2 seconds remaining and 1. This shot will not count. And that's the end of the first quarter with the Tigers up 13-9 on Lovell. Be right back with quarter number 2 after this on 1330 KOVE and County10.com.
Your home for Lander Tiger basketball all season long. KOVE Radio, 1330 AM and 107.7 FM.
Back here at Lander Valley High School with the Lander ladies on top of Lovell, 13-9 after 1. Scott Fuller with you on 1330 KOVE and County10.com. Glad to have you with us. Lander, after a dominating win, hanging 70-plus on Orleans here on this floor last night, looking to extend their winning streak. Lovell with the ball out of the change of quarter. Nearly lost possession at half court. And now a block from, that was Hollingshead, I think, with a nice clean block leading to a turnover for Lander. Here comes McFadden, who's back into the game for the Tigers. Sets up the offense. Goggles to Brianna Lincoln. McFadden trying to find Mulholland down low, but the ball stolen away by Lovell. And 40 seconds gone by in the second quarter. 13-9, Tiger advantage. Lovell with a half-court offense. Nice defense outside from Brianna Lincoln. Ball does find its way to Lovell's top scorer. That's Mickelson, top of the key. She gives and then dives towards the basket. We got Mickelson set up on the left side now. Keep an eye on her over there. And it is Mickelson with a skip pass who's eyeing a three. Thought about that a couple of times, and Lovell will reset and call another play. Nice set defense here from the Tigers. Long possession from the Lady Bulldogs. Lovell still working their offense outside, and eventually Hayden Goggles with a steal. And in transition to the top of the key, Hayden stops there, skips it to Brianna Lincoln on the left side. There's Hollingshead with a cut inside. Paisley leans in. Tough angle shot that's no good. Lovell with a defensive board. 6:25 to go in the first half. On the Fremont Chevy scoreboard. Nice drive in. And nearly a clean block from Hayden Goggles, but she got just a little bit of arm under the basket. So Hayden is going to pick up her first foul. Free throws on the way for Lovell. Becca Nichols with 2 coming up for the Bulldogs from the line. First free throw is no good. See Addie Rounds back into the game for Lander. She'll take out Reinhardt with free throw number 2 coming from Nichols. It is good. So now a 3-point Lander advantage, 13-10 with 6:16 remaining in the first half. Hayden Goggles starts the possession for Lander. Give it left, got it back. Now right to Brianna Lincoln, whose entry pass was stolen away. 6-minute mark of the second quarter, and maybe a little bit of Lovell momentum here as they try to close the gap. Trailing the Tigers by 3 currently. Working with Felkins, who dribbled it off of Hayden Goggles' foot. So that's kickball and back to Lovell, but they'll have to inbound under the basket. Interesting addition next year in Wyoming high school basketball of the shot clock. That will be a new rule next season. Entry pass down low with a foul drawn by Lovell. A couple of free throws are going to be on the way for the Lady Bulldogs. And the foul, let's see who they got for the foul. That's Deegan Reinhardt. Her second, team second here of the quarter. And the first free throw is good. Lovell back within 2. You see here in the gym in Lander, the shot clocks are already installed. That's not been the case most of the places we've been in 3A. So one of the discussion points is free throw number 2 is good. So the Bulldogs trail by 1. Discussion points in adopting that rule was the expense that the schools would have to incur to install those new shot clocks, but it was finally made official for next season with 2 years advance notice. Schools have to figure that out for next year. It's also going to be interesting as Lander runs their offense. And in trouble is McFadden in the corner. Jump ball with a possession arrow back to Lander. Also going to be interesting strategy-wise, both the boys and girls games. Have to coach and play around that new rule of the shot clock next year. Lander on the inbound. Reinhardt somehow got it to Brianna Lincoln, who feeds an open 3 in the corner. That was Kendall McFadden. I think that was McFadden. It was. She's got 6 and a timeout taken immediately after the 3-point shot by head coach Drew Powell. Thanks to some of our sponsors for our local broadcast. Myers Gambles on Main Street in Lander. Excited to cheer on our student athletes. Gambles has winning deals. Remember, delivery is free 30 miles from the store, including in Riverton. So, turn around. Shop in town. Also thanks to YDOT. We'll recap scoring coming up with the YDOT Buckle Up for Life halftime show in just about 5 minutes of game time. YDOT reminding you that seatbelts save lives. Buckle up so you can stay in the game every time, every ride. So Lander extending their lead to 16-12. After a 3 from Kendall McFadden, she has 6, matching Daisy Goklish, who is still not back on the floor, I don't believe, after picking up foul number 2. She is not. Daisy's still on the bench, but she also has 6 points. Lovell inbounding after the Lander timeout against, again, that full court 2-2-1 press of Landers. Nichols across the timeline to the right wing. That's Rail. Kendall Rail backs it out to the logo herself to start things over. Entry pass down low against two Tigers as Mickelson drew a double team down low, and the ball is out of bounds to Lander. Tigers doing a good job so far on Lovell's top scorer. Mickelson good for about 15, 16 points a game. They'll draw a double team just about every time. Down low, Tigers able to clear the timeline late and feeding Kendall McFadden in the corner again for three. Kendall McFadden leads all scorers with 9, and the Tigers have taken a 19-12 advantage. Kendall hit that one from the opposite corner of her first three. Lovell in transition. That's going to be a travel on Avery Walker, I believe, who had a hard time corralling that, got herself turned around in transition. So back to Lander with a 7-point Tiger lead with 4:37 to go in the first quarter. Hayden Goggles, one-on-one, guarded by Nichols to the logo, across the timeline, starts the offense left. Brianna Lincoln playing catch now with Goggles. Throwing it to Mulholland to her left. Entry pass to McFadden at the free throw line. Ball is thrown out of bounds. There's a no-look pass from Goggles. And that was intended, I think, for Zoe Mulholland, who didn't really have a chance at that ball. Turnover out of bounds to Lovell. Mickelson. And now to Rail. And Nichols. There's Rail taking a three for Lovell. They needed that one. Lovell pulls back within 4 as Kennedy Rail spots one up from just about the top of the key. 4-minute mark of the second quarter. Lander on top by 4 on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard. Goggles to Mulholland. Now McFadden, who's guarded closely at the top, and here's Hayden Goggles with a bomb. It's a long three that was too long, but the rebound is pulled down by Kendall McFadden. She's looking for another three, and Kendall McFadden has her third three of the game here in the second quarter. Lander on top 22-15. Kendall McFadden with 12 points on the game. 3.5 to go. When the offense has become a little bit sluggish all year long, whether it's a starter or a bench player, somebody is always there for the Lady Tigers to give the offense a boost. That's been Kendall McFadden here today. Drive in from Owens results in a missed shot down low, and the defensive rebound is pulled down by Lander. 3:12 to go in the first half. As Goggles crosses over, feeds Mulholland. Well, that's McFadden over there in the far corner. McFadden gets to Addie Rounds. Kendall McFadden now, they're paying a little bit more attention to her outside after making 3 threes in the first half of this game. Brianna Lincoln can make that shot too. That was a good-looking shot, but just spun out. But the offensive rebound is pulled down. Now swung to Kendall McFadden. The crowd groaning as she missed it off the front of the rim. Looking to add to her 3-point shooting total, but that was no good. The rebound pulled down by Lovell, and the Bulldogs take a timeout. We'll take it with them back right after this here on 1330 KOVE and County10.com.
Welcome to Fremont Chevrolet GMC Riverton, where we exceed your expectations and deliver the best service possible. Located on Federal in Riverton, we're here to make local car shopping fun again. Explore our wide selection of new and used Chevrolet and GMC vehicles. As truck and trailering experts, we offer a variety of options tailored to your needs. Experience exceptional customer service and competitive prices. Visit our website at FremontChevyGMCRiverton.com to find your next vehicle today.
Who is RE/MAX All-Star Realtors? We're a professional real estate agency where your success is our priority. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or invest, we're here to guide you every step of the way. With unmatched professionalism and a track record of delivering results, we're your trusted partners in real estate. Your success is our top priority. Find your perfect property with RE/MAX All-Star Realtors. Contact us at 307-856-7827 or visit RE/MAXRiverton.com.
Watch the Tigers and Lady Tigers varsity games all season on County 10's YouTube channel.
And welcome back to second quarter action of Lander and Lovell following the Bulldogs timeout. Lovell inbounds. It is a 22-15 Lander advantage with 2:23 to go in the second quarter. Lovell running their offense out of the timeout. Ball's knocked out of bounds. Back to the Bulldogs. So Lovell will inbound from under the basket. 2:17 now on the first half clock. Lovell with a nice entry pass to Mickelson down low, who draws a foul. Top scorer for Lovell goes to the free throw line. Let's see who got tagged for the foul for Lander. It's going to be Paisley Hollingshead. It's only her first. 3 team fouls in the quarter for Lander, 0 for Lovell so far. And Hollingshead with the first free throw. That is no good. Lead remains 7 for the Tigers. Second free throw is good. 22-16 on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard as Lander inbounds against at least some full court man-to-man pressure. Goggles handles that across the timeline. Now Kendall McFadden, 3 threes for Kendall here in the first half already. Working outside right side. Now Kendall wants the entry pass down low, and this will be a foul called against Lovell. It's good basketball play there from Kendall McFadden. Trying to get position down low, drawing the foul, and so that is team foul number 1 for Lovell as Lander inbounds from under the basket. McFadden in the corner. And then Addie Rounds. Goggles driving in from the right side outside. Skips it over to Zoe Mulholland, who drives in. Believe that was Zoe. That is Zoe's first 2 points of the game. Getting that floater to fall. Great body control down low. 24-16 with 1:39 to go in the second quarter. Bria Jones for the Bulldogs. Now 1.5 minutes to go in the first half. To Kennedy Rail. Gets off to her left. It's all about springing 15 free. There's Mickelson with the basketball and the 3. And that's a 24-19 difference on the second quarter scoreboard as we approach 1 minute to play. Goggles working by herself ISO and then passed it away inside. The entry pass from Hollingshead down low to the right block was stolen away by Lovell. 1 minute to go in the second quarter. Lander on top 24-19 with a 3. That is no good from Lovell. Scramble for the ball on the floor. And now a jump ball with a possession arrow back to Lovell. Brianna Lincoln back into the game with Addie Rounds coming out. Brianna Lincoln had 3 threes in the first half yesterday. Today it's Kendall McFadden with those 3 threes for the Tigers. And Kendall has a steal in transition with Lincoln alongside her. Bounce pass to Brianna Lincoln, who puts it home. Nice transition play there for Lander from Kendall McFadden to Brianna Lincoln. 35 seconds remaining. There will be a foul down low against Lander. So Lovell runs their next possession. They're going to get Zoe Mulholland for her first. Lander out of fouls to give for the remaining 35 seconds of the second quarter. Lovell with only 1 team foul. Bulldogs on the inbound. There is Mickelson. Entry pass intended for Rail is stolen away. Brianna Lincoln in transition with now 27 seconds remaining. See how Lander wants to handle this as Goggles starts right side outside. 20 seconds on the first half clock. Brianna Lincoln working outside right. Now 15 seconds remaining. It's to Zoe Mulholland to her right. Goggles thought about a 3. Got her player in the air. And we'll see what they call here. That's an offensive foul on Hayden Goggles, who had actually lost control of the ball by the time she ran into a defender in the paint who had set her feet. And so an offensive call with player control called against Goggles. 9.1 seconds is what Lovell's going to have. Having the inbound full court. Lander is not pressing. They backed all the way out to their half-court offense, so Lovell should have a chance for a shot here. Trailing Lander 26-19. 5 seconds remaining in the quarter as they drive in, and drawing a foul from the left elbow is Regan May, who did not put up a great shot, but she did get fouled. So May, with 2.5 seconds remaining in the first half, has a chance to cut into the deficit for the Bulldogs. First free throw is good. 6-point Lander lead, 26-20. Depending on the outcome of this shot, Lander may have time to run the floor and get a long shot off before the buzzer. Second free throw is no good. Rebound is pulled in. The clock has not started yet, and now it starts, and now it stops. So the officials are going to have to sort this out. The clock did not start on player touch after the second free throw, as it should have. It was at 2.5 seconds. It started late, went down to 1.5 seconds, and then stopped again. So the refs are going to have to tell us how much time is on the clock. They're going to let Lander inbound with 1 second remaining, I think. Yep, 1 second even. Not a whole lot to do full court with this, and Lander won't even try. But the Lander Tigers on top of Lovell after the first half, 26-20. Wide Out Buckle Up for Life halftime show will be coming up next to recap all of the Lander scoring in the first half and get you set to go for quarter number 3 next here on 1330 KOVE and County10.com.
Gambles is your one-stop shop for furniture, mattresses, and appliances in Lander, Wyoming. We have an unbeatable selection of furniture for your living room, bedroom, and dining room. Plus, we have the latest trends in home furnishings. Our mattresses are comfortable and affordable, and our appliances are built to last. Whether you're looking for a new TV, sofa, or refrigerator, we have the perfect finish, style, and function for your home. Visit us at 420 Main Street in Lander, or check out our website, landergambles.com. Today.
Welcome to Bailey Tire Pros, your local tire and auto repair specialists in Riverton and Lander. Say no to endless online tire listings and experience the convenience of local service. With unbeatable prices and top quality tires, we're here to change the game. Quality service and expert staff ensure you always get the right fit for your car. Choose local. Choose Bailey Tire Pros, where your satisfaction hits the road.
Porter's Mountain View Supply, your local experts in fire and water. We've got everything you need for new installs to accessories, and don't forget our great selection of stoves, grills, and spas. We've been serving Wyoming for over 40 years, so you know you can trust us for quality products and expert service. Visit portersmvs.com or stop by our Riverton or Casper locations today. Porter's Mountain View Supply, located on 750 East Sunset Drive in Riverton.
Welcome to Fremont Chevrolet GMC Riverton, where we exceed your expectations and deliver the best service possible. Located on Federal in Riverton, we're here to make local car shopping fun again. Explore our wide selection of new and used Chevrolet and GMC vehicles. As truck and trailering experts, we offer a variety of options tailored to your needs. Experience exceptional customer service and competitive prices. Visit our website at FremontChevyGMCRiverton.com to find your next vehicle today.
Perfect Power is a proud supporter of athletics and student athletes all across Fremont County. Perfect Power provides services for residential, commercial, and industrial jobs. Darren Hubble, owner and master electrician, has over 30 years of electrical experience. Darren's trustworthy team of professionals can get the job done right. Perfect Power, serving Fremont County and surrounding areas. Stop into 1320 West Main Street, Lander, or give them a call at 307-332-7184.
Wyoming Catholic College is a unique institution that offers an immersion in the Western tradition, the beauty and challenges of the wilderness, and the treasures of the Catholic spiritual heritage. Our mission is to provide a unique educational experience that nurtures the body, mind, and spirit. We are proud of our alumni success stories and the learning opportunities we offer through our academic outreach programs. Come and explore our campus in Lander, Wyoming.
Welcome back to Lander Valley High School. Just imagining those of you listening on 1330 KOV right now returning to a bagpipes, but if you're watching at county10.com, you are seeing the Lander Pipe Band performing here at halftime. We'll listen in on some of this. Some of the Lander Pipe Band that is performing for the crowd here at halftime, and this is the Y.Dot Buckle Up for Life halftime show, reminding you that seatbelts save lives. Buckle up so you can stay in the game every time, every ride. I think we're going to get one more song here from the Lander Pipe Band, so I'll do my best to give you the first half scoring over the sound of bagpipes, but that's really cool. Not only did I not know that Lander had a bagpipe band, I don't think I've ever seen a school with a bagpipe band. So that'll be our soundtrack for the first half scoring recap, brought to you by Y.Dot. What a first half from Kendall McFadden, who has 12 points on the back of 3 3-pointers that Kendall was able to hit in that first half. Also scoring for Lander, Daisy Goklish in a touch of foul trouble with a couple of fouls, had to leave the game, but she has 6 points. And then everybody else chipping in, 2 points apiece for Brianna Lincoln, Zoe Mulholland, Hayden Goggles, and Deegan Reinhardt. That represents your 26 points for LVHS. And a halftime score of 26-20 as the Lander Pipe Band exits the gym floor. I was wondering why some members of the Lander choir, who sang our national anthem beautifully, were wearing kilts. And that question has been answered for us. So that's a lot of fun. Crowd showing their appreciation for the multi-talented student athletes here at Lander Valley High School, the Lander Pipe Band. With that, the boys' teams will be on the floor. They're only going to have a couple of minutes to shoot around, as we should have both ladies' teams back on the floor from their halftime locker rooms momentarily. Again, a 6-point lead for LVHS in the first two with Lander and Lovell. The Lander girls on top of the Lady Bulldogs by a score of 26-12, led in scoring by Kendall McFadden's 12 points, Daisy Goklish with 6, also scoring in that first half. Lincoln, Mulholland, Goggles, and Reinhardt. Get the second half underway coming up here in just a moment. You've been watching the Y.Dot Buckle Up for Life halftime show with some bonus bagpipe coverage today. Brought to you by Y.Dot, reminding you that seatbelts save lives. Buckle up so you can stay in the game every time, every ride. Quarter number 3 from LVHS in our girls' game is coming up next on 1330 KOVE and county10.com.
Baldwin Creek Rental Service in Lander is a proud supporter of sports and athletics here in Fremont County. Baldwin Creek Rental Center understands how expensive specific equipment can be, especially if it's for a one-time use or event. That's why they offer tools and equipment rentals. For many years, Baldwin Creek has provided services to clients in Lander and the surrounding areas. From lawn and garden projects to graduation parties, they have the right equipment for you. Baldwin Creek Rental Center, located at 675 Baldwin Creek Road in Lander.
Introducing Wyoglass, your local glass experts. From windows to showers, we got you covered. We're proud to be a part of the Lander community and a local sports sponsor. We're dedicated to serving all of Fremont County, so you can trust us with your residential and commercial windows and doors, auto glass, shower doors, and garage doors. For quality service and local support, choose Wyoglass. Visit us at wyoglassoflander.com or on Main Street in Lander today.
Lander basketball is on the air. With coverage of today's games, here's Scott Fuller.
It's a 26-20 halftime lead for the Lander Lady Tigers over the Lovell Bulldogs. On the back of 12 points from Kendall McFadden, who had 3 3-point shots go in that first couple of quarters for Lander. Talked to Coach Powell about this several times throughout the season. Mentioned it maybe during this broadcast as well. But what's nice and dangerous about this team is there's not one player you can isolate. There are some good players for Lovell, but really you're looking at 15. You're looking at Libby Mickelson. If you can stop her, you're well on your way. Lander's not like that. They don't have that one standout star who's going to score consistently, 15, 20 points a game, and everybody else is in single figures. Lander's a pretty well-balanced offense. Not entirely consistent all the time, but that also makes it difficult to game plan against. And Landers use that to their advantage with, you're not expecting Kendall McFadden to shoot 4 of those threes, let alone have those 12 points. But again, multifaceted Lander offense as we begin the third quarter. And the Tigers will inbound with a 26-20 lead. Lander now moving right to left for those of you listening on 1330 KOVE. Is Daisy Goklish back into the game. Nice crossover, got her defender on the floor, missed a 3, but got her own long offensive rebound. Able to somehow hand the ball off to Mulholland, but a jump was called. And so Lovell gets the ball back with the arrow. Lander back in that 2-2-1 full court. It has worked fairly well, very well, against the Lovell so far in this game. Bulldogs yet to cross the timeline. And now that trap that we talked about and a foul is going to be called on Daisy Goklish. That's not what Lander needed. She doesn't even look to the bench. She just walks off with her third foul. She was not the one that wanted to commit that foul, but she's got 3. Brianna Lincoln into the game for her now. And Rail for Lovell. Starts at left. 30 seconds gone by in the third quarter. Lander by 6. Pass now right side outside to Rail. She's now working top of the key after a couple of dribbles. Entry pass to the free throw line. Handoff to Jones. Brianna Jones drops to the block, and now 3 from Rail. That's good, and a much needed 3 bucket from Kennedy Rail for the Bulldogs. Brings it back to within 3. Brianna Lincoln tried to skip pass that was knocked away. Found its way to Reinhardt. Possession saved to Zoe Mulholland. Drives in past the right elbow. Puts up a tough angle floater. And Zoe Mulholland has points number 3 and 4 for her on this game. Lander lead is back up to 5. Quick entry pass on the ensuing possession for Lovell leads to a jump. And Lander's going to have the basketball with the arrow. .641 to go, 5-point Tiger lead. Third quarter action from Lander Valley High School. Tigers looking to make it 2 in a row on the weekend. Huge victory, 70-plus point performance over Worland last night. Here's a kick out to Kendall McFadden with an open 3. She's got 3 of those on this game already, but missed that one. Offensive rebound pulled down by Goggles. Another 3 attempt, this time from Mulholland, is no good. Offensive rebound fought for, eventually pulled away by the Bulldogs. Tegan Reinhardt slow to get up, trailing the play now. She makes her way down to the paint. Here's a 3 from Lovell that's no good. Offensive rebound pulled down nicely. And then a pass off to Mickelson, who missed the layup. Don't see that very often from her. 6-minute mark of the third quarter. Lander with the ball and a 5-point advantage. Mulholland way away from the play, trying to draw the defense out. That's a Brianna Lincoln in the corner. Lincoln with a couple of dribbles on that right side, hands the ball off to McFadden. McFadden to Goggles. Goggles passes up a screen, drives inside. Brianna Lincoln can't corral the pass that goes out of bounds. So back to Lovell. Lander still showing their full court press with 5:34 to go in the third quarter and a 5-point Lander lead, 28-23 in the Fremont Chevy scoreboard. Kennedy Rail gets the inbound. Skip pass across the timeline. Now a trap and a nice bounce pass to get out of it to Rail, and Lovell can set up their set offense. Right side outside is Jones. She lost the handle briefly, corralled it. Ball gets away from Jones again on the entry pass, but she got it back, so Jones drives left elbow. And now a drive along the baseline with a floater that just won't fall. Good-looking shot from Kennedy Owens. Here comes Lander in transition now with Mulholland, who pulls things up to Goggles. Top of the key, swung to Brianna Lincoln. Wide open three that's no good. A little bit too flat on that arc. Under 5 to go in the third quarter as Lovell runs to the floor with 3 on 3. Mid-range 2 from Nichols is no good. Offensive putback also won't fall. A second offensive rebound for Lovell will result in a Lander foul. They're going to get Zoe Mulholland for her second foul. Team foul number 2 for Lander in the quarter. Lovell has not been called for one in the third yet. Entry pass down low to Owens, puts it up strong. Can't get it to go. Lovell can't buy a bucket. Owens gets her own rebound, puts it up again, and it won't fall. And Lander comes away with a rebound. Bulldogs have gone cold shooting. Here comes Mulholland in transition for Lander. Gets to Deegan Reinhardt. Entry pass down low to Lincoln. Skipped up to Goggles. Goggles, top of the key. Couple of dribbles now, Deegan Reinhardt. She can shoot that if she wants it. Looking down low for McFadden on a screen. Kendall McFadden fighting hard down low and is fouled. So that will be team foul number 1 for the Bulldogs. Kennedy Rails second for Lovell. 4:18 to go in the third. It's a 5-point Lander advantage. Got midway through the third quarter of our first game. Boys game to follow. McFadden playing catch with Goklish, and now an entry pass to Goggles, back out to Goklish, and Kendall McFadden with a triangle. Brianna Lincoln near the top of the key with a 3. That's no good. Offensive rebound from Goklish with a putback that won't fall. Tough angle, and Lovell comes away with a rebound. Under 4 to go in the third quarter. Not any scoring in the last several minutes. It's still a 5-point Lander advantage. Lovell basketball. Hassenthaler into the game for Lovell. And an entry pass down low to Mickelson, who puts it in off the glass to break the scoring drought for the Lady Bulldogs. It's only a 3-point game here. Landers felt in control, but they're only leading by a bucket, by a possession. Zoe Mulholland trying to change that with a long 3. That's no good. Rebound is ripped away by Bria Jones for Lovell. 1 and done possession again for the Tigers, and the Bulldogs across the timeline before Lander can set up that 2-2-1 full court press. So they run their offense with 3:13 to go from the right side outside. Entry pass down low. Bounce from Jones, who is called for a 3-second violation. Oh boy, I don't know. No, they're going to call a foul before the 3 seconds. And Brianna Lincoln will pick up her first. Not a bad foul for Lander. Could have gone either way. Jones was in there for 3 seconds as the foul was being committed. Break is to Lovell, so they'll inbound under the basket. This is Mickelson putting it up. Can't get that one to go, but the offensive rebound on the other side of the basket's pulled down. And Mickelson will try again against a double team down low. She gets that to go. And Lander's lead has shrunk to 1. 2:52 to go in the third quarter. Daisy Goklish, left elbow, lost the handle, but fortunately for the Tigers was fouled first. That will be Lovell's second foul of the quarter. And they got Jenna Hessenfowler with her first. It's only a 1-point lead for the Tigers. With 2:47 to go in the third quarter, Lander inbounds to Goklish. Brianna Lincoln swung right to Goggles. Goggles entry pass to Kendall McFadden, who has done a great job of drawing contact. Just a great game from Kendall McFadden. She's got those 3 threes in the first half, everyone remembers, but she's fighting hard down low for Lander. Following the foul, though, the inbound pass goes out of bounds. That's an unforced turnover back to Lovell, who have a chance with this possession to take the lead. 28-27 Tigers, 2:39 to go in the third quarter. Hassenthaler with an entry pass down low to Mickelson, who missed the shot. Mickelson's missed a couple of those down low, fortunately for the Tigers, but that's not going to last. Tigers in transition. fouled and count the bucket. Just want to make sure who that was. That was Kendall McFadden. Nope, that's Addie Rounds. Addie Rounds gets her first 2 of the game, and Lander breaks their scoring drought. They now lead by 3, pending the free throw from Addie Rounds. Addie is now the 7th Tiger on the score sheet in this game with that bucket, and the free throw is also good for Addie Rounds. Lander extends the lead to 4 with 2:21 to go. 2-2-1 causes havoc for Lovell and leads to a Lander turnover. Zoe Mulholland had an open look at 3, passed it up, waits for her teammates to catch up. Brianna Lincoln right side out. The bounce pass down low to Rounds. Rounds is fouled, no call. Boy, head coach Drew Powell is as agitated as you'll see him. Instead of a foul committed against Addie Rounds on the shot, a jump ball is called, and so the arrow goes back to the Bulldogs. Tough to tell from here. Lander bench had a much better look, but from up here it looked like a foul. 2-minute mark of the third quarter. Lander up 31-27. Lovell finally across the timeline. And we have an injury, a non-contact away from the ball injury on a Lovell player. I think that's Reagan May, who took a step and something happened. She was over the timeline in transition with her point guard, and there was nobody around her. This is not a contact injury. She didn't have the ball. She just stepped wrong, and it does not look great as she's walking to the bench. So hopefully Regan May is all right for Lovell. May out of the game, obviously, and being tended to at the end of the Lovell bench. So the Bulldogs play on with 1:50 to go. 31-27, the Lander advantage. Bulldogs running their offense. Hassan Thaler back into the game for the injured May. Entry pass is knocked away and tracked down by Zoe Mulholland. Out of bounds to Lovell, but good hustle play there from Zoe Mulholland. Lovell inbound with 1:35 to go. Quick double team down low leads to the ball on the floor, and the ball is tied up by Daisy Goklish. Possession arrow back to Lander. Shout out to Karen watching, cheering for Zoe from Texas. Good to have you watching, Karen. Feel free and jump in the text box if you're watching on the YouTube stream and give you a shout out from wherever it is that you're watching from on this beautiful Saturday here in Lander. Hopefully weather is equally good where you are. Imagine it's pretty good in Texas right now. Lander possession tied up, and this will actually be a foul on the Bulldogs. They'll get Hassan Thaler with her second. And we've got free throws, should have free throws, with a 5th team foul coming for Lander. Head coach Brian May just got a little bit of a bench warning from one of the referees, Lovell's head coach, to stay in the box, stay in the coaching box on the bench. Bonus free throws will be taken by Brianna Lincoln. The first one is up and good. Lander extends their lead to 5. And the second free throw from Lincoln is good. Brianna Lincoln with 4 points on tonight's game. 1:14 to go in the third quarter. Lovell's Nichols across and gives it up for a 3. That's Hassan Thaler that missed everything. Out of bounds to Lander. 1:05 to go in the third quarter. Lander gets the ball back and has a 33-27 advantage. It's Goklish across the timeline at the 1-minute mark for Lander. Ball knocked out of bounds. Should be back to Lander. So the Tigers having to inbound again, right in front of their own bench. It's going to be Goklish doing the inbounding. With 53.5 remaining in the third quarter. Brianna Lincoln gets free for the inbound. Gets back to Daisy Goklish. Goklish working the left side out. Bounce pass in the corner to Lincoln. Brianna Lincoln able to get the ball to Reinhardt. That's an open 2 from McFadden, who missed. And now here comes Lovell in transition. 30 seconds remaining, and the ball out of bounds to Lander. 29.8 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Lander hanging on to a 33-27 lead, and they have the ball. Would imagine you're going to want to hold for one shot here if possible for the Tigers. There'll be Daisy Goklish across the timeline with 22 seconds remaining at the logo. Gives it off to her right to Reinhardt, and a foul will be called on Lovell with a couple of free throws coming for the Tigers.
Lovell foul, number 4, Kennedy Rail.
Kennedy Rail picks up her third. It's a notable foul for Lovell. And Deegan Reinhardt with 2 points on the game and a couple of free throws coming. First free throw is no good. After the second free throw, we'll have 16.8 on the third quarter clock. Reinhardt's second free throw is no good as well. Rebound pulled down by Lovell. 15 seconds and now 13 as Lovell crosses the timeline. 10-second mark. Entry pass stolen away. That's Zoe Mulholland with 5 seconds remaining. Able to get the ball to Brianna Lincoln. 2 seconds. Thrown ahead. This shot is good if it goes from Addie Rounds at the buzzer. It's about as close as you could cut it, but the officials are going to count it. From what I could see live action, that's a good call. Addie Rounds with a 3 at the buzzer. Extends Lander's lead to 36-27. Back after this on 1330 KOVE and County10.com.
Welcome to Bailey Tire Pros, your local tire and auto repair specialists in Riverton and Lander. Say no to endless online tire listings and experience the convenience of local service. With unbeatable prices and top quality tires, we're here to change the game. Quality service and expert staff ensure you always get the right fit for your car. Choose local. Choose Bailey Tire Pros, where your satisfaction hits the road.
Wyoming Catholic College is a unique institution that offers an immersion in the Western tradition, the beauty and challenges of the wilderness, and the treasures of the Catholic spiritual heritage. Our mission is to provide a unique educational experience that nurtures the body, mind, and spirit. We are proud of our alumni success stories and the learning opportunities we offer through our academic outreach programs. Come and explore our campus in Lander, Wyoming.
Back here at Lander Valley High School, fourth quarter action with a buzzer-beating 3 from Addie Rounds, extending the Lander lead to 36-27, entering quarter number 4. Lovell Bulldog basketball as they run their offense from up high to now in the right corner is Nichols. Ball is stolen away. Nice tip away from Daisy Goklish. And here's Kendall McFadden starting across the timeline. McFadden to Reinhardt, thought about an open 3. Her defender closing at the last minute, though. Probably a good idea from Reinhardt to pull it down and continue the offense. I'll send a shout out to Blaine, watching in Scottsdale. Be down there for business here in a couple of weeks. Love visiting Scottsdale this time of the year. Blaine, I imagine from your name, you're a Daisy Goklish fan. Daisy with 6 points on this game and a nice steal moments ago. Appreciate everyone watching. Feel free and hop in the chat box if you're on YouTube, and we'll give you and yours a shout out. Big 3 from Addie Rounds kind of gave Lander some breathing room. This was a 1-point game in the third quarter. Now a 36-27 advantage for Lander as they methodically work their offense. There is Goklish at the top of the key. She's ISO up there, looking for a bounce pass down low. And now a nice cut to Deegan Reinhardt with the extra pass to Zoe Mulholland. Pretty passing. A lot of times down low you don't want to take that extra pass, but that was perfectly executed by the Tigers. Nice assist, and Zoe Mulholland has 6 points on the night. 6:40 to go. Lovell threw the ball away out of bounds. Starting to get away from the Bulldogs a little bit. Good chance for Lander to keep their foot on the gas. Close out another home victory, but still 6.5 to go in this game. Plenty of time. Lander running their offense to a wide-open Deegan Reinhardt for 3. Got to take that shot, but it did not go. And the rebound off the top of the backboard, but still in bounds, is corralled defensively by Lovell. That is close to out of bounds as you can get on the top of the backboard. 6:15 to go as the Bulldogs run their offense, and Lovell needs points on this possession, you would think. Left corner skip pass now right side out. Now left side out. Here's a spot three that is no good. Defensive rebound, though, is pulled down and put back in from Kennedy Owens. Lovell back to within single digits. It's a 38-29 lead. This will be a stoppage play, so Reinhardt can tie his shoe in front of us. Reinhardt has her laces taken care of, and Lander will inbound with under 6 to go. It's Reinhardt getting it back. Way up the logo. Zoe Mulholland. Now to Goklish. See if she wants to force the issue here. Nope, that's an entry pass into a double team down low, but to a wide open three attempt that is up and good from Kendall McFadden. She's got 3 of those. She's got 15 points, and Lander has a 41-29 advantage. Did I say 3? She's got 4 of those. I hope I said 4. Kendall McFadden has 4 threes in this game for 15 points. Next level possession was knocked out of bounds, but stays with the Bulldogs. Kennedy Owens is back into the game for Lovell. 5:19 to go. Game starting to slip away from the Bulldogs a little bit. Good offense from the Tigers down the stretch. Here's a 3 answer in the corner. That's good. Left side, outside rather. Huge 3 for Lovell, as they now have 32 points. Not 232. We got that corrected on the scoreboard. Full timeouts on the floor. Back right after this here on 1330 KOVE and County10.com.
Gambles is your one-stop shop for furniture, mattresses, and appliances in Lander, Wyoming. We have an unbeatable selection of furniture for your living room, bedroom, and dining room. Plus, we have the latest trends in home furnishings. Our mattresses are comfortable and affordable, and our appliances are built to last. Whether you're looking for a new TV, sofa, or refrigerator, we have the perfect finish, style, and function for your home. Visit us at 420 Main Street in Lander, or check out our website, landergambles.com. Today.
Welcome to Bailey Tire Pros, your local tire and auto repair specialists in Riverton and Lander. Say no to endless online tire listings and experience the convenience of local service. With unbeatable prices and top quality tires, we're here to change the game. Quality service and expert staff ensure you always get the right fit for your car. Choose local. Choose Bailey Tire Pros, where your satisfaction hits the road.
Porter's Mountain View Supply, your local experts in fire and water. We got everything you need for new installs to accessories, and
The Tigers play here. KOVE Radio.
Lander Tigers on the inbound with 5:05 remaining in the game. They lead Lovell 41-32 on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard. Lander able to clear the timeline against full court pressure, and now Kendall McFadden picks up her dribble right side outside. McFadden with a heck of a game. 4 3-pointers, doing a lot more outside in as well, fighting hard and inside throughout the game. Daisy Goklish driving in and is called for a charge. Tough call there. Daisy's not afraid to do that. You'll see her draw a lot of contact, but of the calls that have been called against her this season, that was a little more iffy, I would say, from up here. But an offensive foul back to Lovell. 4:40 to go with 41-32 the score. Lander on top, Bulldogs with the basketball. Bria Jones gives the ball up high, and now an entry pass down low to Owens. Owens double teamed. Got it to go, and the foul. Nice footwork down low from Lovell's Kennedy Owens. Will give Lovell a basket that they needed on that possession. It's now a 7-point lead pending this bonus free throw. With 4:27 remaining in the fourth quarter. Lovell has done a good job of just hanging around. Got it down to 1 at one point as the free throw is up and good. Tigers have led by as many as 12 points in this game. Back and forth we go. It's currently a 6-point Lander lead at 41-35. Tigers with the inbound. Mulholland gets to Goggles. And back to Zoe. Entry pass down low intended for Goklish is stolen away. Here comes Lovell in transition, but they don't have numbers, and so Rail does a good job of holding up. Here's a long bomb of a 3 that's up and good from Bria Jones. Man, did Lovell need that Long shot to go in, and now we're back down to 41-38. Goggles driving in. She's fouled, I think, on the floor, unless they gave her some continuation here. No, that's not going to be a shooting foul. Team foul number 2 in the fourth quarter. So Lander will not be at the free throw line. They'll have to inbound. Goggles doing that. It's a bounce pass to Kendall McFadden, who is fouled. Count it and one. Kendall McFadden is having a career game. Inside and outside, 4 3-pointers in this game. She's been working hard down low throughout, and it finally paid off for her. Nice cut to the lane off of the inbound. She's fouled. She's got a chance for 18 points on the game, but is stuck at 17. Offensive rebounds pulled down by Goklish, who finds herself doubled. Out to Kendall McFadden. Goggles thought about a 3. Nice job by the Tigers to settle things down. They'll get a free possession after the offensive rebound by Goklish. And there's Daisy, right elbow. Gives it up to Kendall McFadden. Crossover, left side outside, draws a double, and can't get it to Goggles in the corner before she was fouled. Saw what Kendall McFadden was thinking there, trying to draw in Goggles' defender so she could get Hayden the ball, but a foul occurred first. That is team foul number 4 for Lovell, so that's their last to give. Still a ton of time with 3:34 remaining. Mulholland's spot long 2 is no good. Offensive rebound from Goggles. Goggles pivots, is fouled. Misses the shot, but a couple of free throws coming anyway for Hayden Goggles. Bria Jones now has 3 for Lovell, and the Bulldogs are out of fouls to give for the remainder of the game. Hayden has 3 points with that made free throw rather, extending the lead to 44-38 on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard. Boys game to follow. Lander boys playing probably the toughest team in 3A in the Lovell Bulldogs. Second free throw also good from Hayden Goggles. Lander takes timeout. We'll take it with him back right after this on 1330 KOVE and County10.com.
Welcome to Bailey Tire Pros, your local tire and auto repair specialists in Riverton and Lander. Say no to endless online tire listings and experience the convenience of local service. With unbeatable prices and top quality tires, we're here to change the game. Quality service and expert staff ensure you always get the right fit for your car. Choose local. Choose Bailey Tire Pros, where your satisfaction hits the road.
Wyoming Catholic College is a unique institution that offers an immersion in the Western tradition, the beauty and challenges of the wilderness, and the treasures of the Catholic spiritual heritage. Our mission is to provide a unique educational experience that nurtures the body, mind, and spirit. We are proud of our alumni success stories and the learning opportunities we offer through our academic outreach program. Come and explore our campus in Lander, Wyoming.
The Tigers play here. KOVE Radio.
Lander Tigers trying to put the Lovell Lady Bulldogs away with 3:28 to go. Lander on top, 45-38. Bulldog timeout. Bulldog ball out of the timeout as Becca Nichols starts the offense for Lovell. Skip pass from right to left, trying to create an entry pass inside. Good zone defense so far this possession by Lander. But Lovell continues to work the exterior with 3:04 remaining in the fourth quarter. Comes a drive inside, now a kick out with a good look at a 3 that doesn't go for Bria Jones. Ball tracked down by Lovell for the offensive rebounds. And another crack at the possession. We're under 3 to go with 45-38 the score. Tigers on top. This will be Owens, who lost the handle. Ball is taken away by Goggles. Goggles looking for teammates in transition. Pulls up the free throw line. Ball is stolen away by Lovell. Mickelson. Mickelson came away with the ball, and a formal bench warning has been given to head coach Brian May for Lovell. He kind of got an informal warning, but it was not given to the scorers table. So there's a bench warning for Brian May, who is discussing that with the officials right now. Had trouble staying in the coach's box so far this game. 2:26 remaining in the fourth quarter. Lovell again with the basketball, trying to cut into this Lander lead. Here's a leaning shot and a very late whistle. Kendall McFadden called for a foul. Kendall's first foul, and that was a shooting foul, so the third team foul for the Tigers. But it's going to be Rail with a couple of free throws. First one is good. Kendall McFadden picking up her first foul, leading all scorers in the game, though, with 17 points from Kendall McFadden. As the second free throw also goes. Hang on, it's not over yet. It's a 5-point lead for the Lander Tigers at 45-40 with 2:11 remaining in the game. Zoe Mulholland way away from the basket at the logo, drawing the defense out. Then the goggles, and now Reinhardt in the right corner. Mulholland swings it to Goklish. Daisy finds Kendall McFadden, left side outside. Swung up to the top of the key. Reinhardt found herself open, passed up the shot. Lander taking time off the clock here. And the ball is stolen away from Goklish near the top of the key. So Lovell with the basketball trailing by 5. Minute 44 remaining. And a timeout will be taken by Lovell. We'll take it with him. Back for the remaining 142 after this here on 1330 KOVE. Oh, they changed their minds. This is a quick timeout, so we don't have time for a break. But we do have time to remind you that Fremont Chevy GMC in Riverton is a proud supporter of our local athletes. Your hard work and dedication doesn't go unnoticed. And Fremont Chevy GMC is here for you every step of the way at 1401 North Federal in Riverton. Also a reminder that coming up tomorrow already, live coverage of Super Bowl 59. I'm told that we're up to 59 of these already. Will be tomorrow at 2 o'clock Mountain Time. Right here for those of you listening on 1330 KOVE. You can also stream audio of that anywhere you are through county10.com. Click on radio and then click on KOVE to live stream the audio version of the Super Bowl tomorrow if you happen to be away from the TV or would just rather not watch Tom Brady. Either way. 142, Tom's fine. 142 remaining in the game. Lovell Bulldogs inbounding, trailing by 5. In need of points in just about every possession now, and Lander needs some offensive answers to try to put this one away. Entry pass down low, draws a foul. That's only team foul number 4 on Lander, though. But that's going to be their last to give. They get Deegan Reinhardt for her third. Lovell off of the inbound. All fouls going forward will result in free throws, with the exception of player control fouls. There's a double dribble that was called on Lovell following the inbound. Minute and a half to go. Lander's Brianna Lincoln across the timeline, protecting a 5-point Tiger lead. Oh, the ball got away from Zoe Mulholland out of bounds. Unforced turnover back to Lovell. Gives the Lady Bulldogs some new life. Lander, if they did that correctly, could have ended that possession with points and taken about 30 seconds off the game clock. But given back to Lovell with a minute 20 remaining in the fourth quarter. This kind of reminded me of the boys' game last night, and that did not work out well for Lander. But see if Lander ladies can close this one out. Hassenfehler gets it to Jones. Bree Jones from the right to the left. Jones has it back and wants to take that three. That's no good. Offensive rebound, put back, no good, but fouled is Livy Nicholson. So a couple of free throws coming up for Lovell's top scorer. Deegan Reinhardt's got 4 now. Let's see if she stays in the game. No sign she's coming out. And a minute 2 after these couple of free throws from Mickelson. First one is no good. Back, front, and out. Mickelson, a good free throw shooter, to about 60% on the year. Second free throw is good. Lovell able to cut it to 4. Brianna Lincoln for Lander. Crossover at the logo, across the timeline. Spins around, free throw line, driving in. Lincoln coast to coast all the way in. No good on the layup. Ball back to Lovell with 50 seconds remaining. Into the corner for Owens. Owens with a leaner. Mid-range is no good. Rebound is pulled in by, that was a good rebounding job by Zoe Mulholland, and this will be a foul against Lovell. Free throws coming for Lander. I think it's going to be Zoe Mulholland's. big free throws coming for Lander. Still 41 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. It's a 4-point Lander lead at the moment. Zoe's got 6 points on the game. With her first free throw, no good. Just off the back iron. Well, neither team wants to close this game out. We'll see if Lander can hang on. 41.3 seconds remaining. Pretty important free throw coming up for Zoe Mulholland after the miss on the first. Second one is up and good. Lander extends their lead to 46-41 with 40 seconds remaining. 2-2-1 full court press against Lovell on the inbounds. And a trap. And a travel. Oh no, a timeout. A timeout taken by head coach Brian May. That's a good timeout from Lovell's bench to save the possession. Timeout coming just before the travel. Full timeout. We'll take it with him back right after this on 1330 KOVE and County10.com.
Electric are your trusted electrical contractors in Lander. With over 30 years of experience, we excel in light and heavy commercial construction, residential remodeling, and service work. Our licensed electricians use only quality materials and are committed to meeting your construction schedules. For professional electrical services at competitive prices, choose Boyle Electric. Give your place's electrical wiring the touch of excellence. Call 307-332-8139.
Lovell Bulldogs inbound, trailing Lander by 5 with 31 seconds remaining. Inbound is guarded by Zoe Mulholland. Now an entry pass down low, the shot that falls. So Lander will inbound and drawing an immediate foul. As I think Goggles, I think, has a free throw coming. 2 free throws coming. She does. So Lovell choosing to foul immediately, preserving 21.9 seconds remaining on the fourth quarter clock. And Goggles looking to extend the 3-point Lander lead. First free throw is up and good from Hayden. Goggles with 5 points on this game. 21.9 remaining after this free throw. Second free throw is also good. Lander needed those, and the timeout is taken by Lander. We'll keep it right here for the remainder of the game. With only 21.9 seconds remaining, Lander Tigers on top of Lovell, 48-43. It will be Lovell basketball. After we remind you that Perfect Power Electric in Lander supports our athletes on and off the field. Give Perfect Power a call today for all your electric needs at 332-7184. Also thanks to Wyoming Catholic College, proud to cheer on our local athletes. Your dedication on and off the court is admirable. Find them online at wyomingcatholic.edu. Saturday afternoon basketball from Lander Valley High School. Tigers looking to extend their winning streak. Took it to the Warland Warriors last night. Would love to steal this win over Lovell as well. It is Lovell basketball, though, with 19 seconds remaining. Bulldogs trailing by 5 as they cross the timeline with 15 seconds left. 2 from the right elbow is up and good, so Lovell's going to have to foul immediately, trailing by 3. They get the foul done. That's Goggles again, shooting free throws. 9 seconds even remaining. And we're back to where we started with a couple of seconds fewer on the clock this time. It's still a 3-point Lander advantage as Hayden Goggles goes to the free throw line. She was 2 of 2 on the last trip. 6 points on the game so far. Huge free throws, especially both of them. So this second one, after a make on the first, pretty important free throw as Lovell is running out of time. Second free throw with a 4-point lead from Hayden Goggles is good. Brings Lander up to 50-45, 7 seconds remaining in the game. Now 5. That's a long three that's no good. 2 seconds remaining. Rebound pulled in by Brianna Lincoln, and the Lander Tigers hold off Lovell for a 50-45 victory, making it a sweep of the weekends with wins over Warlands and now Lovell. We'll come back with the Bailey Tire and Auto post-game show, recap all the individual scoring from the Lander ladies, coming up right after this on 1330 KOVE and County10.com.
Gambles is your one-stop shop for furniture, mattresses, and appliances in Lander, Wyoming. We have an unbeatable selection of furniture for your living room, bedroom, and dining room. Plus, we have the latest trends in home furnishings. Our mattresses are comfortable and affordable, and our appliances are built to last. Whether you're looking for a new TV, sofa, or refrigerator, we have the perfect finish, style, and function for your home. Visit us at 420 Main Street in Lander, or check out our website, landergambles.com. Today.
Welcome to Bailey Tire Pros, your local tire and auto repair specialists in Riverton and Lander. Say no to endless online tire listings and experience the convenience of local service. With unbeatable prices and top quality tires, we're here to change the game. Quality service and expert staff ensure you always get the right fit for your car. Choose local. Choose Bailey Tire Pros, where your satisfaction hits the road.
Porter's Mountain View Supply, your local experts in fire and water. We got everything you need for new installs to accessories, and don't forget our great selection of stoves, grills, and spas. We've been serving Wyoming for over 40 years, so you know you can trust us for quality products and expert service. Visit portersmbs.com or stop by our Riverton or Casper locations today. Porter's Mountain View Supply, located on 750 East Sunset Drive in Riverton.
Welcome to Fremont Chevrolet GMC Riverton, where we exceed your expectations and deliver the best service possible. Located on Federal in Riverton, we're here to make local car shopping fun again. Explore our wide selection of new and used Chevrolet and GMC vehicles. As truck and trailering experts, we offer a variety of options tailored to your needs. Experience exceptional customer service and competitive prices. Visit our website at fremontchevygmcriverton.com to find your next vehicle today.
Perfect Power is a proud supporter of athletics and student athletes all across Fremont County. Perfect Power provides services for residential, commercial, and industrial jobs. Darren Hubble, owner and master electrician, has over 30 years of electrical experience. Darren's trustworthy team of professionals can get the job done right. Perfect Power, serving Fremont County and surrounding areas. Stop into 1320 West Main Street, Lander, or give them a call at 307-332-7184.
Wyoming Catholic College is a unique institution that offers an immersion into Western tradition, the beauty and challenges of the wilderness, and the treasures of the Catholic spiritual heritage. Our mission is to provide a unique educational experience that nurtures the body, mind, and spirit. We are proud of our alumni success stories and the learning opportunities we offer through our academic outreach programs. Come and explore our campus in Lander, Wyoming.
Proud to support Lander Valley High School. We are KOVE.
Welcome into the Bailey Tire and Auto post-game show. Bailey Tire and Auto, a proud supporter of our local athletes. Full-service tire and auto shops at 755 South Federal in Riverton and 1305 West Main in Lander. The Lander Valley girls hang on for a 50-45 victory over Lovell. Have a chance to talk to head coach Drew Powell coming up at the halftime of the Lander boys game, still to come in just about 6 minutes or so, but certainly going to ask him about his thoughts about Kendall McFadden. Kendall McFadden with 17 points. Don't know that that's a career high for her, but it's got to be up there. 17 points for the senior, dropping 4 3-pointers in the victory, by far and away leading all scorers in the game. Also contributing for Lander, Hayden Goggles with 8. Zoe Mulholland ended up with 7. Mentioned Hayden Goggles with key free throws down the stretch to ice that one for Lander, so she only ends up with 8 points, which is just about her average, but big points down the stretch in the form of free throws. So again, Mulholland had 7. Daisy Goklish had 6 for the Tigers. Addie Rounds adding 6, and then scoring also for Lander. Brianna Lincoln had 4. And Egan Reinhardt ended up with 2 points. So you got 7 Lady Tigers on the score sheet, led by Kendall McFadden's 17-point effort. Again, the final score in our first game. Lander Ladies 50 over Lovell, who scored 45. So that's that. Lander Ladies with a great weekend. Big win over Worland last night, and a victory to complete the sweep over Lovell here this afternoon. Let's get the boys game going. Coming up, we'll talk about what a tough test this is for the Lander boys as we transition into the pregame show for our second game. Thanks for tuning in to the girls game and for watching the Bailey Tire and Auto postgame show. Proud supporter of our local athletes with the full-service tire and auto shops, 755 South Federal in Riverton, 1305 West Main Street in Lander. Get you set for the boys game coming up in 60 seconds on 1330 KOVE and county10.com.
For personalized banking at Central Bank and Trust. We offer personal and business banking tailored to your needs. Enjoy the convenience of our online banking platform, whether managing accounts, applying for mortgages, or going paperless. With branches across Fremont County, we provide drive-through and lobby services. Experience simpler applications for mortgages and loans, all from your computer or mobile device. Connect with us at centralbanktrust.com.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
Lander Basketball is on the air. With coverage of today's games, here's Scott Fuller.
Once again, a very pleasant late Saturday afternoon, everyone. Welcome back inside Lander Valley High School for the second game of our Lander-Lovell doubleheader. Hopefully an exciting matchup tonight as the Lander Tigers host the Lovell Bulldogs. This is the Porter's Tailgate Show, brought to you by Porter's Mountain View Supply in Riverton, your one-stop shop for grills, spas, stoves, pellets, and more. Porter's is a proud supporter of Fremont County athletes. So, again, in the second game of our doubleheader for Saturday, Lander has a tough test because, A, they're looking to bounce back from a heartbreaking loss to Worland last night right here on this floor. Lander looked like they had that game and the win in hand with about 90 seconds or so remaining. But credit to the Warriors last night. They made plays down the stretch. Worland ends up scoring to take the lead with 1.5 seconds remaining in that game, and they hung on for a 53-51 defeat of the Lander boys last night. So obviously, head coach Stu Mullins reiterating to his team that let's not have last night's loss carry over and create another loss today. But Lovell doesn't need any help beating you. Let's start with the Lovell Bulldogs, coming in with a 14-1 record entering the week. They're currently sitting alone atop the 3A Northwest. Perfect 3-0 conference record. They are firing on all cylinders, and they're looking to extend their run. They may already be looking ahead to Casper at this point. Lovell, the only team in 3A that's a runaway favorite at the moment. There are a couple others, Cody's up there, but the Lovell Bulldogs have proven that they are the team to beat in 3A, which is what Lander has a chance to do today. One key player to watch is Matthew Newman. Senior guard has been just outstanding this year. 14.2 a game, 2.5 assists, 3.5 rebounds. Strong score from inside and outside. He's a 38% three-point shooter. That's a season stat. Also 76% from the line. Owen Walker, also worth keeping an eye on for the Bulldogs. Leads his team in rebounding. Also 15 points per game himself. As for the Lander Tigers, who come into the week with an 8-6 record, so they are now 8-7 following the loss last night. Keaton Iron Eyes is a force offensively and defensively. He's your top scorer statistically with 9.3 points per game, also 3.3 boards per game. Tigers have juggled some injuries, having played a lot of games early in the season in tournament play, far more than most other teams in 3A, if not every other team in 3A. The team is starting to get a little bit healthy, but even as of last night, head coach Stu Mullins is juggling his lineup. We saw Gavin Romer, Lander's big man, start for the first time last night, first time all season. Gavin had to miss all of last year, basketball-wise, with an injury. So he's getting his big man feet kind of under him, and he's improved on the year. But Gavin Romer got in foul trouble last night, had to sit a good quarter of the game as a result, and it definitely impacted that Worland game. And Lovell is big. They're long, they have a ton of size, so Gavin Romer is going to have a whale of the game, along with the rest of his team, to keep Lander in this game. Starting lineups are being introduced. We'll get these on the fly for you. Starting for Lovell will be Matthew Newman, wearing number 1. Number 3 is Jace Nichols. Owen Walker wears number 10. Kason Anderson wearing 12. And Davin Crosby wearing number 13. See what starters we get here for the Lander Tigers, but we're expecting Peyton Bell, Quincy Gwynna, Keaton Iron Eyes, Paxton Hollingshead, and Gavin Romer. As expected, starters, there you go, for Lander. This has been the Porter's Tailgate Show, brought to you by Porter's Mountain View Supply in Riverton, your one-stop shop for grills, spas, stoves, pellets, and more. Porter's a proud supporter of Fremont County athletes. Starters have been introduced. Lander with a big hill to climb against Lovell here this afternoon, but a good opportunity to bounce back in a big way after a huge loss last night, just emotional loss last night. Tip is initially won back to the Bulldogs, and Lovell has the first possession of the game. Operating in the road blues, tops and bottoms, trimmed in black from right to left for those of you listening on 1330 KOVE. Good job saving the possession from going out of bounds. That should be a travel, and it is on Matthew Newman at the top of the key, so a quick turnover back to the Tigers. Lander with good 15 seconds worth of set defense against a very potent Lovell Bulldogs team. Peyton Bell starts for Lander. You have Gavin Romer, the big man up top, who now dives low. Peyton Bell spots a 3. No good. Tries to draw some contact, but no foul. Defensive rebound pulled down for Lovell by Newman. Free throw line is Nichols for the Bulldogs. Here's a long 3 from Anderson. That's no good. Offensive board pulled down by Nichols. Nichols with the extra pass stolen away by Lander. Still scoreless, 45 seconds into the first quarter. Peyton Bell on the right side. No, that's Quincy Gwynna on the right side this time. Hollingshead feeds Romer down low. Big man for Lander, backs in, turns around in the lane, and gets a shot to drop. Gavin Romer breaks the ice, and Lander with a 2-0 lead on the Bulldogs. Lovell looking to answer, but it's going to be Crosby finding a double team, passes out of it. And a foul is called down low on either Iron Eyes or Romer. They got Keaton Iron Eyes. No, Noah St. Clair. Down low. That's the first team foul either way, and the first on St. Clair. He was down there with Gavin Romer. Good to keep Gavin out of foul trouble, though. We talked about that with Coach Mullins last night. Swung around for a 3 from Matthew Newman that's no good. Tip back is no good, and in transition, which is how Lander likes it, comes Bell. Bell with a step in the lane. Some contact, no call. Ball finds its way to Gavin Romer. Now Gwynn on the right side. Drives in, kicks out. Paxton Hollingshead. Left corner for St. Clair and 3. Noah St. Clair dropping in a 3. The junior has extended the lead to 5 for the Tigers. Buzz in this building with Lander on top 5-0. Here comes Lovell in transition, though, and that's Davin Crosby answering back. 5-2 Tigers on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard. Peyton Bell to Romer, nearly has his pass to Gwynna stolen away. Gwynna gets to St. Clair. St. Clair with the extra pass to Hollingshead that goes out of bounds, stays with the Tigers, though. 5:59 to go in the first quarter. Tigers with the ball and up 3, 5-2 on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard. Bell with a long lob in to St. Clair at the top of the key. Some contact and a call, a very late call. So St. Clair was fouled. That'll be the first foul against the Bulldogs. Robert Romero, the first sub in for Lovell, replacing Jason Nichols, who shakes his head. He had a couple of looks inside for the Bulldogs that just couldn't convert on. Lander looking to inbound with a bounce pass to Romer. Romer puts it up and in from directly under the basket. Lander out to a 7-2 lead. Under 6 to go in the first quarter. Romero against the full court 2-2-1 of Landers. He's broken to the side. Now here's a three from the top of the key that's taken by Anderson. That's no good. Gavin Romer's there for the rebound. Landers, they always are, looking to run. Here's Peyton Bell, left side outside off a Romer screen. Tried to get it back to Romer off of the pick. Instead, Hollingshead for three. No good. The rebound is tipped out to Quincy Gwynna. Gwynna in the right corner. Gets the ball to St. Clair. Noah St. Clair gives it to Romer. Romer diving in down low but traveled. Gavin Romer bumping his way, using his size down low, but was called for a travel. Turnover back to Lovell. Like how Gavin Romer's playing early in this game, though. Tigers need that for an upset, if that's on the agenda today. Ball thrown out of bounds back to the Tigers. 5:08 to go, and the Tigers lead by 5, 7-2. Peyton Bell starts the play for Lander. St. Clair to Romer. Gavin Romer backing down, turning around in the lane. Tough shot, and Gavin Romer makes it look easy. Gavin Romer, his best game as a Tiger this season so far, 9-2 on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard. Lovell a little bit shell-shocked right here, trying to answer. It's Romero trying to answer with a three that's good. Robert Romero makes it 9-5 Lander with 4.5 to go in the first quarter. Bell to St. Clair, up high. Romer kicks out to Quincy Gwynna, right corner three, no good. Skying in for the rebound is Noah St. Clair, who goes up with a putback, and that's good. Noah St. Clair has 5 points. And the Tigers are taking it to the Bulldogs halfway through the first quarter. Anderson, now to Romero, who wants that three again. Robert Romero, 2 in a row from just about the same spot on the floor, and the lead is now 3, 11-8 Tigers. Peyton Bell asking for movement from St. Clair. Gets the ball to him at the top of the key. Swings it to Gwynna. Quincy thought about a three from the right side. Instead pulls it back. Gets it up to Peyton Bell. Right elbow. Drives in. St. Clair from the right corner to the right elbow. Lost the handle. Ball's on the floor. Ball finds its way to Lovell. And this is Newman in transition with the left hand. It's good. Just like that. It's a 1-point Lander lead. 11-10 on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard. 3:24 to go in the first quarter. Gwynna on the right side for the Tigers to Peyton Bell. Nope, that's Gwynna at the top of the key. That's a St. Clair. Romer had his defender fall down, goes up with a shot, some contact, no call. Appears to have been a clean block, so a turnover back to Lovell. Bulldogs have a chance for their first advantage, first lead of the game, and a foul down low. As leaving his feet was Paxton Hollingshead. Drawing the foul was Devin Crosby. Crosby's got a couple of free throws coming up. 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. Lander can take the lead. Lovell can take the lead for the first time with 2 made free throws. All kinds of subs into the game. Iron Eyes will be coming in. Porter Placestead, Andrews, and Rivera will be on the way in for Lander. Wholesale substitution from head coach Stu Mullins, giving his starters a rest. See coaches do that sometimes when they're not happy with the performance of their team to start the game. I don't think that's the case this time. I think head coach Mullins is just keeping an eye on minutes and effort in what's going to be a very physical and fast-paced game. The second free throw from Crosby means that Lovell is up 12-11 on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard. Lander with the basketball, sub 3 minutes to go. It is Peyton Bell starting it to Iron Eyes with that fresh 4 players. Everybody but Bell has been replaced now off of the bench for the Tigers. Placestead gets to Rivera for 3. That's no good. Rebound is pulled down by Romero, and a whistle And a foul against Keaton Iron Eyes. Lovell with the basketball, and now a 1-point lead. 2:41 to go in the first quarter. Landers setting up their 2-2-1 press a little bit late. Looking to trap over the timeline. Romero, wary of that, passes to his right. And now a pass down low inside to Nichols. And the extra pass is good for the layup. Lovell has extended the lead to 3. 14-11. Tigers trailing with the basketball. Peyton Bell double teams at the logo, needs help, gets to Plaisted. Porter Plaisted into the corner for Iron Eyes. And now to Bell at the top of the key. Bell driving left elbow. Right hand from the left side, can't get it to go. Rebound from Keaton Iron Eyes. Now kicked out to Andrews for 3. That's good off the glass. Just the way Caleb Andrews drew that up, I'm sure, but it counts for 3 nonetheless. 14-all. Lovell in transition, looking to answer with a 3 from the right side outside. That's also good. I'm just telling you, Lovell's good. If you're going to win this game as Lander, if you're going to pull this upset, you're going to have to play the game of the season. Lander's off to a pretty good start so far as Peyton Bell draws a foul. Lander is within 3 with 1:35 to go on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard here in first quarter action. Everything you could have hoped for, though. From Lander's perspective, certainly. Wondering how this team was going to answer back after a tough 2-point loss to Worland last night. Game they lost with 1.5 seconds remaining in the game. Game they probably should have won based on the last 90 minutes, but Worland stepped up and got it done. Lander off of the inbound now with Peyton Bell spinning at the right elbow. Peyton Bell with an impossible angle with the right hand off the glass. Got it to go and won. What in the world, Peyton Bell? I don't know how he got that shot up over the defender, let alone at the angle off of the glass, and then drew the contact to finish the play. Peyton Bell to the free throw line is no good. Rebound is pulled in by Owen Walker. So Peyton did the hard part and missed the free throw. Does bring Lander back to within 1. Entry pass into the middle, and now a kick out to the right corner for 3 for Lovell is no good. Long rebound is pulled down by Lovell using that size that they have. Skip pass over to the left side, and a 3 from the left corner is up and good for Romero. That will force Lander to take a timeout. Oh, hang on. This is a delay game warning issued against Lovell, and that was because of the player celebration off of the bench. So many players coming onto the floor after the made 3. So that's a delay game warning, which only matters if it happens a second time in the game. Minute mark of the first quarter. No timeout was taken by either team. Peyton Bell gives it to Andrews. Andrews is doubled. The ball is cleanly stolen away by Nichols. Nichols ahead to Newman. Newman finishes. And Lovell is up 22-16. 45 seconds remaining. Peyton Bell will try again, this time from the right side. Bell gets to Plaisted. Porter Plaisted from the left outside to the right elbow. Ball is tipped out. Lost by Andrews. Threw it right to Lovell. And Romero has it at the top of the key with 30 seconds remaining. Romero made that 3 on top of everything else. Lovell 25, Lander 16. 22 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Peyton Bell, left side to Plaisted. Plaisted give to Andrews. Andrews back to Bell, 12 seconds remaining, now 10. Bell back to the logo with 7 seconds on the clock. Drives left side. 4 seconds remaining. Bell up with a shot that does not go with 1 second remaining. And that's the end of a jam-packed first quarter. Lander leading for much of it. Lovell coming on late. Back for quarter number 2 after this on 1330 KOVE and County10.com.
Rehab's founding principle on you is evident from your first visit to the last. Our practice model ensures treatment as you deserve, a private one-on-one session with a licensed therapist the entire visit, every visit. All therapists hold advanced credentialing, including 2 certified hand therapists, an orthopedic clinical specialist, an MDT therapist, as well as pelvic floor and pregnancy rehab offerings. With over 100 years of combined experience between our 7 clinicians, Elevate is your ticket to health. Find us in Lander or DuBois and visit our website or Facebook page. Choose Elevate Rehab to elevate your outcomes.
Living well isn't just about things. It's about the things that matter. Your family, your friends, and your health. For decades, Sage West Healthcare has been committed to improving the health and care of our communities. Today, we're investing more in our communities, in our people, in advanced medical technologies, and in specialized facilities, so access to better care is close to you and the things that matter most. Sage West Healthcare. Be well, live well. That's why we're here.
Proud to support Lander Valley High School. We are KOBE.
Start of the second quarter, Lander basketball, but trailing Lovell 25-16. Lovell Bulldogs playing just about a perfect first quarter. Lander trying to keep pace, as they'll have, it looks like their starters back on the floor will the Tigers. You have Noah St. Clair fouled away from the ball. Excuse me, he's fouled away from the basket as he was starting from right to left. So first team foul for Lovell in the quarter. Lander inbounding with 7:42 to go in the second. Peyton Bell gets the ball to his left. Gwynna had to wait for Bell to get back on his feet after he'd fallen after the pass. Bell driving in, gets to Gavin Romer. Romer hauling set for three. High arcing shot, no good. Rebound is pulled down by Jace Nichols. Nichols across the timeline for Lovell, feeds to the right corner. Dive inside, and a foul is called on Lander. See who they got. They got Hollingshead with his second. Gavin Romer is foulless so far, which is an improvement for him. Lander needs him to try to counteract this just long, big Lovell team. But it's Pax that picked up his second foul. Lovell on the inbound, working from the right corner now all the way back to the top of the key to Matthew Newman. Newman is guarded there by Bell. Here's a left elbow two that's no good. Rebound is pulled down by Noah St. Clair. Lander with a chance to cut into the lead. St. Clair gets it from Gwynna. Now gets it back to Quincy Gwynna for three. That's no good. Ball is out of bounds. Should be to Lander. It is Tiger basketball. 6:50 to go in the second quarter. Feel free and hop in the chat if you'd like a shout out from wherever you're listening to. I see we have some Lovell fans in the chat, and we are happy to have you guys watching. We do this for you guys as well. Save you the drive on these snowy Wyoming roads. Happy to have fans of both teams with us on these broadcasts. Gwynna driving in. Had that shot maybe knocked out of his hand off the backboard, so a turnover to Lovell. 6:38 to go. Lovell maintaining a 9-point lead over the Tigers here in second quarter action. Lovell with trouble in the right corner, though. Ball is eventually, technically, that's stolen by Gavin Romer as the Bulldogs lost the handle. Romer is going to find Playstead in the corner. Back to Gavin Romer. Down low, Gavin Romer puts it home. Gavin Romer with a big first half. He has 8 points. Lander cuts it to 25-18. 6:10 to go in the second quarter. Lovell working their offense. Now in mid-range two. That is up and good. That's Owen Walker hitting from mid-range. Quincy Gwynna with a pump fake. Got his defender to leave his feet, but gave the ball up to Bell. Peyton Bell just beyond the left elbow. Gets the ball to St. Clair. Noah St. Clair with a dangerous bounce pass. It's stolen away. Owen Edwards there with a steal for Lovell. And now it's going to be Edwards trying the three. On the other end, that's good. Just going to force a timeout from Lander's bench. Well, that's a Lander timeout. We'll take it with him. Back right after this on 1330 KOVE and County10.com.
On Fremont, we know that good vision is about more than just seeing clearly. That's why we're dedicated to providing expert eye care for the whole family. From children's exams to contacts, LASIK to glaucoma treatment, we're here to help. We accept most insurance plans, and our experienced team will make sure you feel right at home. Schedule an appointment today at 111 South Broadway in Riverton, or give us a call at 307-856-9000. Visit WyomingEyes.net to learn more.
At Redden Kane and Associates CPAs, we serve clients across Fremont County and beyond with top-tier accounting services. From individual taxes to business consulting, our creative and precise team offers tax management, estate planning, and more. You'll find us engaged and meticulous to ensure each client gets personalized guidance. Visit rivertoncpa.com to learn more about our services and how we can help you achieve financial success.
Lander basketball out of the LVHS timeout with 5.5 to go in the second quarter. It'll be Gwynna with a three that's no good. Rebound is pulled down by Lovell. One and done for the Tigers. Here's Romero in transition. He's had a big first half for the Bulldogs. That's not a smart shot, though. Hanging with a real tough angle. Can't get it to go. And so Lander will try to take advantage and close the gap. It's currently a 30-18 Lovell advantage with a foul that's going to be called on Romero for Lovell. Team foul number 2, and also the second for number 2, Robert Romero. Lander looking to break a scoring drought here. Ball was inbound Porter Playstead, who was nearly not ready for it. Leads to a turnover. Matthew Newman in transition for Lovell. Makes it look easy. 32-18. Lovell's playing the transition game that Lander likes to play. Beating the Tigers down the floor after one and done possession so far after a good first quarter for the Tigers. Noah St. Clair got the ball to Gwynna. Now it's Porter Playstead spinning around at the right elbow. Tigers working on the left side outside now. Playstead able to save the possession and reset. Porter Playstead crossover left elbow. Gets the ball to St. Clair, down left block. St. Clair with a pump fake, got his defender in the air but missed the shot. And the rebound is pulled in by Owen Walker for Lovell. Here's Anderson in transition. Right hand from the left side for Kason Anderson. Gets Lovell another 2, 34-18. Bulldogs on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard. Lander working along the baseline from Playstead, now on the right side, to St. Clair. It's Gavin Romer leading in the lane. Somehow Gavin got that to go, and Lander has cut the Lovell lead to 14 halfway through the second quarter. Crosby gets it back to Newman for Lovell. Bulldogs drawing the defense away. Now with the entry pass and the handoff to Newman from the right elbow, he is fouled. See who gets this foul? It's Gavin, I think. Just judging from Romer's reaction, they did get Gavin Romer, but that's only his first. He is a great kid. I mentioned on previous broadcasts, talked to him during football broadcasts. Gavin, an offensive and defensive lineman for Lander. And as good a teammate as you could hope for, and he's been working hard on those fouls, and it just did not go his way last night. Had to sit most of that first quarter, or most of a full quarter throughout the game after he got 3 fouls in about a quarter and a half. First free throw was good, and the second one also up and good to extend the Lovell lead to 16. 36-20 on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard. Peyton Bell crossover top of the key, hands the ball off to Noah St. Clair. Noah gets to Gavin Romer, who has no angle. No whistle after some contact, and Gavin Romer drives in to finish the play. There was a lot of contact there. I think you got to call that one way or the other. But it's a break for Lander. There's no whistle, and Gavin Romer has 12 points. Bulldogs looking to answer with the offensive rebound fought for, and this will be a Lander foul under the basket. Now, and just as we were saying that Gavin had gotten a lot better on the fouling, that's number 2. And so Romer's going to have to sit, I think, for Rivera. Romer foulless for a quarter and a half, but picked up 2 inside the last minute of game time, so he's on the bench with 2 fouls. That's the significant size presence that Lander has. Putback is good from Davin Crosby. Lovell now on top by 16 with 3 minutes to go in the first half. Peyton Bell gets a screen from Hollingshead. This will be a foul on, well, let's see. No, this will be a Lovell foul on Owen Edwards. They called that away from the ball as Edwards was trying to fight through the screen from Paxton Hollingshead. So that's team foul number 3, 3 fouls apiece for Lander and Lovell. 2:50 to go as Lander inbounds. Peyton Bell starts from the top of the key, feeds to his right. Bell gets it back in the right corner to Hollingshead. Now here's a long 3 that's up and good from Caton Iron Eyes. Lander needed those points. Lovell will try to answer quickly with Anderson. 2.5 to go in the second quarter. Crossover to Newman. Newman hands the ball off to a spinning Nichols. Nichols with a nice dish down low for an answer. Crosby finishes the play on the assist from Nichols. 2:13 to go in the second quarter. Landers Rivera starts it from the right corner. Now picks up his dribble near the top of the key. Gets it to Bell. Peyton Bell. Right elbow. Stops in the lane. Gets down to Rivera for three. Theodore Rivera can hit that shot. And picks up another big bucket for Lander to keep them within shouting distance. 40-28 with 1:50 to go. Crosby. And now up to Anderson. Anderson gives it off to his right wing. Right elbow is Crosby. Timeout's taken by Lander. It's a quick 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it right here for one more reminder that coverage of Super Bowl 59 tomorrow right here on 1330 KOVE starts at 2 o'clock. Not sure when the game starts. I think it's a 4:30 Mountain Time kickoff for those of you who might be in Fremont County away from the TV, or if you'd just rather listen to the radio coverage, we'll have that for you. Full coverage of Super Bowl 59 tomorrow with the Chiefs and the Eagles, and I'm told full coverage of the halftime show on the radio coverage too, so you'll be able to listen to the music of the halftime show. All starts tomorrow with pregame coverage at 2 o'clock right here on 1330 KOVE, and live audio streaming at county10.com. Click on radio and then KOVE at county10.com. Out of the Lander timeout, Lovell inbounds with Owen Edwards. 1:36 to go in the first half. Bulldogs on top 40-28. Anderson receives the inbound from the side. Driving from right to left with now a handoff to Nichols. Nichols weaves to his right and gets the ball back in the left corner. Entry pass down low, and a double dribble is called on the post. Turnover back to the Tigers. It's not that Lovell hasn't opened the door. It's just that this is about as open as the door gets. Got to score a lot more points for the Tigers. Here's a three in the corner. I think that was Hollingshead that's no good. Long football pass is tracked down by Lander's quarterback during the fall. And that'll be a steal for Pax. Noah St. Clair driving in. Feeds a corner three that is no good. Thought that might fall, but rimmed out. Now a whistle on the rebound attempt with a minute to go. Sort this out. Not sure who this was on. Looks like this is going to be a Lander foul. They got Iron Eyes for his second. That's also team foul number 4 for the Tigers. No more to give in the remaining 58 seconds. Lovell will inbound full court. Lander is backed off their 2-2-1 press. And so it's a half-court set started by Anderson for the Bulldogs as he crosses the timeline, gets to Nichols, worked on there by Iron Eyes, and that's a clean steal from Keaton Iron Eyes, trying to finish in transition, does count it, and one. Keaton Iron Eyes with a nice steal off of Nichols, finished the play, drew the contact, and will have a free throw. Nichols also picked up the foul. That's his third. He's being talked to by his head coach. I'm not sure he's coming out, though, with 43 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And the free throw from Iron Eyes is good. Lander hanging in, trailing by 9. 40-31, but Bulldog basketball as Romero crosses the logo. He's guarded there by Rivera. Romero picked up his dribble, passed to the right elbow, and somebody forgot about Davin Crosby. Now that's Owen Walker down low. Well, you don't want to forget about Lovell's top scorer, or one of them. 19 seconds remaining. 17 as Peyton Bell has just crossed the timeline. 13 seconds. Lander holds for one. Bell back up center. Hands the ball off to St. Clair. St. Clair to Keaton Iron Eyes. Iron Eyes lost the handle. Lovell comes away with it with 3 seconds. Now 2. His shot is good if it goes for 3. That's good. Lovell with an exclamation point with a 3-pointer as time expires in the first half, and they extend their second quarter lead to 45-31 at the end of 2. We'll come back and recap all the individual scoring from your Lander Tigers coming up right after this with the Y. Buckle Up for Life halftime show next on 1330 KOVE and county10.com.
I'm John Shade, your Lander Edward Jones financial advisor. We're all about financial investments, but we also value the investments of time, patience, and encouragement of our young athletes that they receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. That's why I, John Shade, with Edward Jones, is a proud sponsor of Lander Tigers and University of Wyoming on this station, 1330 KOVE. Call me today or visit edwardjones.com for all your investment needs. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Northside Body Shop in Lander is proud to support sports and student athletes this season. Northside Body Shop is a staple in the Lander community and is primarily engaged in auto body, paint, and interior repair and maintenance. If you hit a deer or have a vehicle accident, Northside will get your repairs handled and accept all forms of insurance. Javi and the crew got you covered. At Northside Body Shop, 323 North 2nd Street, Lander.
This County 10 sports broadcast made possible by Myers Gambles, Central Bank and Trust, Wyoming Catholic College, Elevate Rehab, Goddard Construction, Bailey Tire and Auto Services, Haskell's Furniture and Flooring, Wyo Glass, Red & Kane and Associates, Remax, the Wyoming Department of Transportation, State Farm Agent Tyler Watson, Eyes on Fremont, Hampton Inn and Suites, Maven, Edward Jones, John Shade, Sage West, Boyle Electric, Perfect Power, Baldwin Creek Rental Service, Northside Auto Body Glass, Fremont Chevrolet, and the Fremont County Prevention Program.
The Tigers play here. KOVE Radio.
And welcome back to Lander Valley High School for the YDOT Buckle Up for Life halftime show. YDOT reminding you that seatbelts save lives. Buckle up so you can stay in the game every time, every ride, as you can see and hear, no doubt, right in front of us. Here inside Lander Valley High School, the Lander Pipe Band, which has qualified for an international competition in Scotland. They're playing for the crowd tonight with a 50-50 raffle, trying to raise money for that trip. Very cool. I'll tell you what we'll do. We're going to enjoy some of this performance. We're going to talk to girls head coach Drew Powell, and then we're going to run down the first half scoring numbers from the boys' game. But until we're joined by head coach Drew Powell of the Lander girls after their victory in the girls' game, let's enjoy the Lander Pipe Band. Once again, the Lander Pipe Band raising money here during halftime of the boys' game for their trip to Scotland. They've qualified for an international competition where they will perform. Mentioned in the first halftime show as well, but wasn't aware Lander had a pipe band, nor have I ever seen a high school with a Scottish pipe band. We're going to continue watching and listening to that as we are now joined by...
I'll try to talk loud for you.
So I can hear you. Lander girls head coach Drew Powell after a 50-45 victory in the girls game over Lovell. Coach, first want to highlight Kendall McFadden with 17 points. I think ended up with 4 threes, but noticed throughout the game, and she finally got rewarded for it in the second half, she was working hard down low as well. So she was going from outside to inside. That was a big part, obviously, of the offense today.
Yeah, I mean, we kind of talk about it all the time. We never know whose night it's going to be. And tonight was Kendall's night. She shot the ball really well. I had her for 5 of 7 on the night from the three-point line, and then she also made a couple of layups, and then, you know, it just comes down to it could be anybody's night every single time we play. And that's one of the nice things about our team.
Mentioned during the broadcast that it makes it hard to game plan against, because it's not like a lot of teams where if you take away number whoever, then you're well on your way. But you have 3-4 ladies that can step up. You know, you're not expecting Kendall McFadden to step up like she did, but then you got to worry about her on top of your other more typical scores.
Yeah, and you know, I know that she's a good three-point shooter. I track them all the time, and I know who our top 4 or 5 three-point shooters are, and to be honest, she's always up there. She just maybe needed to gain a little bit of confidence to let it fly, and that first one, when it goes, the door just opens for her, and that basket gets a little bit bigger, and I was proud to see her just continue to shoot tonight.
We saw the same thing last night with Brianna Lincoln coming off the bench. It's a great problem to have and tough to scheme against. Looking ahead now to next week after a nice end of the week, swept the weekend. It's Mountain View, I believe, next week, and then you have Pinedale here at home. Any thoughts on what you may focus on this week in practice at this point?
You know, at this moment, we're just going to focus on the win we had tonight. Obviously, we'll have a game plan for Mountain View and Pinedale. But it really just comes down to going down and executing. It's a hard place to play, but it's a fun place to play, all in the same words. But yeah, I'm really excited to go play them again and see how we match up against them the second time.
All right, Coach, have to be happy about where you're at in the season at this point. I mean, nice run that you guys have had.
Yeah, we put ourselves in a good spot in conference. We're 4-1 and 10-6, I think, overall, and some of those losses are to the top 3 teams in the state. And you know, when you play those top 3 teams, it's hard to get through them sometimes, but it makes us better and really shows us that, you know, these are things we have to get better at to compete with those teams.
All right, Coach, appreciate the time. Congrats on the win. We'll see you next week.
All right, sounds good. Thank you.
This coming fall, 9 members of the Lander Pipe Band.
Lander Valley girls head coach Drew Powell after a 50-45 victory over Lovell. In the game prior to this one, Lander win streak continues. Put up a big 70-plus point victory against Worland last night, in which they scored 70-plus points. And then the 50-45 win here tonight. Before we wrap up the Wide-Out Buckle Up for Life halftime show, let's run down the individual scoring for the first half of the Lander boys game. Lander led in scoring by Gavin Romer. Did pick up a couple of fouls there and had to sit at the end of the first half, but just about on track and certainly on the floor and more of a factor tonight than he was last night with 12 points. Also scoring for Lander, Keaton Iron Eyes with 6, Noah St. Clair had 5, Caleb Andrews adding 3, and I have Peyton Bell with 3 as well, and Rivera Jr. had a 3 off the bench, so he had 3 points in that first half as well. With that, we'll get you ready for the second half and wrap up the Wide-Out Buckle Up for Life halftime show. Brought to you by Wide-Out, reminding you that seatbelts save lives, so buckle up. You can stay in the game every time, every ride. We're going to keep it right here to start the third quarter. Timing worked out just fine for the Wide-Out Buckle Up for Life halftime show. Bonus bagpipe coverage as well, which is a lot of fun. Hopefully those kids are raising a ton of money for their trip to Scotland with the fundraiser here at LVHS tonight. Lander boys with some work to do against arguably, if not hands down, the best 3A team in the States in the Lovell Bulldogs. 14-1 on the season. Lander with a good first quarter. Nice start to the game. Lovell pulling away. Lander surging a bit in the second quarter. There's a big buzzer 3 that Lovell used to pull away at the end of the second quarter for a 14-point lead. As Lovell starts, left to right, for those of you listening on 1330 KOVE, wearing their blue on blue with black trim. Lander with their home whites trimmed in green. Alley-oop on the opening possession falls a little bit short and leads to a turnover to Peyton Bell. And now Noah St. Clair driving into the left block off the glass and gets it to go. Noah St. Clair with a shooter's roll. He has 7 points on the night. Lander back to within 12. And a steal from Hollingshead at the other end. 2 Lander possessions in 30 seconds. Pax thought about a 3, now spins left elbow, turnaround in the lane. Hollingshead can't get that one to go. Lovell with the rebound. Lander one and done on the possession. Crosby feeds it to Newman. Newman with a step down low, but he traveled. Newman doing his best to free up and split a double team, but took the extra hop, so a turnover back to the Tigers. Lovell scoreless so far in the third quarter. 7:07 remaining in quarter number 3. Romer back into the game with a couple of fouls. Starts Peyton Bell, looking for a screen from Romer. Instead feeds right side for a 3. That's no good. Rebound is fought for and pulled down by the Bulldogs. Here comes Lovell in transition with a beautiful transition feed. Bounce pass to Matthew Newman. That was almost a 3/4 court bounce pass. Lovell on top, 47-33. Lander looks to answer with Bell in the corner. And drives left elbow. Right hand floater in the lane. Peyton Bell gets that to fall for his second field goal of the game. 6:27 to go. Lander hanging in, but the margin is double digits, 47-35. So Lovell starts with Anderson from the right elbow. Mid-range left corner shot is no good. Lander comes away with a rebound. Bell looking to create at least some transition here. Pass ahead to St. Clair. Noah St. Clair called for an offensive foul. So St. Clair picks up his second. Good job down low by the Lovell defender getting his feet set. Noah St. Clair will commit his fair share of those. 6-minute mark, 47-35. Lovell on top here in the third quarter. Bulldogs with the basketball. Anderson right side out. Right elbow drives in. Floater in the lane is short, but an offensive foul. There's a real late whistle either way. I think it was Peyton Bell, and it was Quincy Gwynna that drew it down low for the Tigers. You could hear his elbow hit the floor from here. Hopefully he's all right, but he's still on the floor. Offensive foul drawn by the Tigers gives Lander back the basketball with 5:45 to go. Bell feeds to his right in the corner. That's St. Clair. Gives it back to Bell. Skip past to Quincy Gwynna, left corner. Got defender in the air, mid-range 2, but his pass up top is stolen away. And Owen Walker finishes. 14 points. Lovell lead with 5:23 to go in the third quarter. On the Fremont Chevy scoreboard. Quick double team up top on Peyton Bell. Frees up Gavin Romer down low. Extra pass to St. Clair. St. Clair in the lane, some contact, no call. And here comes Lovell in transition, 2-on-2. It is Newman hanging and gets the layup on the fast break. Lander trying to answer the layup of their own in transition. St. Clair missed from the left side, but he's fouled with a couple of free throws coming.
Bulldog foul number 12. Jason Anderson, third personal.
So a couple of free throws are on the way for Noah St. Clair. First one is no good. St. Clair with 7 points on the night so far. Gavin Romer leads all Tiger scores with 12. Romer with 2 fouls, but is on the floor. Offensive rebound after the free throw miss is pulled down by Peyton Bell. Peyton Bell double teamed on the outside, nearly threw it away. In fact, Lovell does come away with a turnover. Under 5 to go in the third quarter. Bulldogs eyeing transition with Romero, but he'll give it up to the top. And now a nice pass, entry pass down low with a shot that's missed. Follow. Nichols missed, and now Lander may have numbers if they hurry. It's pulled back by Bell. Bell drives right side and then stops. Hollingshead. And now to St. Clair, left corner. Ball's cleanly stripped away. St. Clair just lost it over his back. And a foul's going to be called on Gavin Romer. And as you look at fouls, as Romer is trying to get better at not committing those, that was not a good one. Big man in transition, just reaching in, which I'm sure is going to be the message from head coach Stu Mullins on the bench. Romer has a seat with 3. And now a timeout is taken by Lander. We'll step aside with him. Be back right after this for third quarter action from Lander Valley High School on 1330 KOVE and county10.com.
To Haskell Furniture and Flooring, now open in Riverton. Discover a huge variety of top brands like Ashley, Tempur-Pedic, Serta, Lazy Boy, and more. Our showroom is filled with stylish and comfortable furniture for every room. Come visit us at 2210 North Federal and transform your home today. Explore the exceptional quality and unbeatable prices we offer. Visit HaskellFurnitureandFlooring.com to learn more and start living in style.
Northside Body Shop in Lander is proud to support sports and student athletes this season. Northside Body Shop is a staple in the Lander community and is primarily engaged in auto body, paint, and interior repair and maintenance. If you hit a deer or have a vehicle accident, Northside will get your repairs handled and accept all forms of insurance. Javi and the crew got you covered at Northside Body Shop, 323 North 2nd Street, Lander.
Proud to support Lander Valley High School. We are KOVE.
Third quarter action, Lander and Lovell. After the Lander timeout, Lovell with the inbound turnaround in the lane. That is good, and Lovell adds to their total, 53-35. Owen Walker converting the bucket. Lander trying to answer, but instead will lose it, and a transition opportunity for Romero, who finishes the play. Happy to shout out anyone watching or listening in the chat box at the YouTube channel. Say hi to Dave Bell. Dave is checking in as Peyton Bell's dad, listening in Buckeye, Arizona. Glad to have you with us. Peyton's a fun player to watch all season long. 3 in the corner for the Lander answer is no good. 3:40 to go in the third quarter. And Lovell in more control of this game now in the second half. Bulldogs are good. It's just going to be a fun team to watch. Would fully expect to see them in Casper here in the middle of March. Never know what happens in regionals, but as 3A goes, they are right up there with the best, if not the best, in 3A at this point. Lander doing a good job in the first quarter, staying with them, leading Lovell for most of the first quarter, but is a talented, long, big team. They're tough to stay with over 4 quarters. Lead is now 20 as Lovell works their offense, but an offensive foul is called against the Bulldogs down low. I think that was away from the ball. Let's see who they got for that. They get Owen Walker for his first. Caleb Larvey checking into the game for the first time for the Tigers. He'll replace Hollingshead, I believe. Lander across the timeline, trailing by 20 with 3:15 to go. Against arguably the best team in 3A, the Lovell Bulldogs. Lander running their offense, but lost the handle at the top of the key. This leads for a transition opportunity for the Bulldogs. Matthew Newman finishes it. Lovell's doing a great job defensively up high of disrupting and turning defense into offense. Lander's familiar with that idea. They like to do the same thing. Peyton Bell driving in through traffic, off the glass, no good. Peyton Bell slow to get up. Now he's trailing the play, but is on his feet. 2:39 to go as the ball goes out of bounds. See, Bell stays in the game. I mentioned this in the broadcast last night, but Peyton Bell at the Lyman game took a real hard fall onto the floor. You just hear it all over the gym, and I asked Coach Mullins how he was, and Coach said he's a skater. He's going to be just fine. And we have Peyton's dad watching from afar. Tough kid. Traveling, though. That's Rivera tagged for the travel. Too many steps. We'll turn it over to Lovell. 2:26 to go, and you just sense the air has been deflated from this Lander team. Try to rally and get some offensive points going, but you just can't have scoring droughts against this Lovell team. Might be able to hang with them if you play your best game, but you can't go minutes and minutes without scoring. It will eventually get the best of you. Pass inside to Matthew Newman. Now a three in the corner from outside is good. That's Crosby from the corner. 60-35, Lovell advantage. Minute 57 to go in the third quarter. Bell trying to stay away from the trap, does so to Rivera. Ball's back to Bell at the top, and now back to Rivera. Rivera back to Bell. Bell gets to Rivera, who spots up a three. That is no good. Had one of those in the first half. That one doesn't fall. Caleb Larvey saves it into a blue jersey. There's Edwards passing it ahead to Walker. Walker finishes. And Lovell pouring it on Lander, 62-35. Going to end up likely being a real tough weekend for the Tigers. 2-point loss with 1.5 seconds remaining. Last night against Warland, game they probably should have won. Contact down low is an offensive foul that will be called on Noah St. Clair. Ball back to Lovell. And they could have won last night. Lander could have won last night by 50 points, and you still would have had this problem of Lovell coming to town. Timeout's going to be taken by head coach Stu Mullins from the Lander bench. It's a full timeout. We'll take it with him. Back right after this on 1330 KOVE and County10.com.
To Hampton Inn & Suites, your home away from home in Riverton. Enjoy top-notch amenities like our indoor pool, hot tub, and fitness center. Start your day with our complimentary breakfast. Stay connected with free Wi-Fi. Relax in one of our 89 beautifully furnished rooms. The Hampton Inn & Suites is proud to support the Riverton Athletics program and being a part of the Riverton High School Booster Club. We want to wish all student athletes the best this coming season and look forward to being a part of your success.
Get winter ready with Overhead Door. Don't let the cold in. It's time to prepare your garage door for winter. We'll give you safety, savings, and peace of mind. Our experts ensure your garage door is winter-proof with quality service and repairs. Trust the pros. Schedule your appointment today. Call 307-856-2210 or visit the website at overheaddoorriverton.com.
Watch the Tigers and Lady Tigers varsity games all season on County 10's YouTube channel.
Minute 17 remaining in the third quarter from Lander Valley High School. 2-2 here this afternoon and this evening between Lander and Lovell. Lander girls team winning 50-45 in their first game. Different story against the 14-1 Lovell boys. Lander trails 62-35. As a fade from the corner, mid-range two from Matthew Newman falls in. Lander with 48 seconds remaining in the quarter. Peyton Bell at the logo. They're really trying to trap him up high. Gets the ball away to Gwynna. Now back to Bell. There's a foul that's going to be called on Lovell's Owen Edwards. That's his second. Both teams now have 4 fouls in the quarter, none to give either way. 39 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Lander inbounds at the logo with Peyton Bell crossing the stripe. Double teamed again, trying to avoid that trap there. Quincy Gwynna left open for three. That should have been a travel. Was not called. Gwynna with a skip over to Iron Eyes. Keaton Iron Eyes mid-range two. Tough shot, no good. And the rebound pulled down by Lovell. Here come the Bulldogs in transition. They got Iron Eyes to leave his feet, but he came away with a clean block, and now left elbow shot. No good. Rebound over the top of Romer. And now tied up and now stolen away. Now on the floor. And Lander will trap. No, it's out of bounds back to a Lovell. That's a high effort play from Keaton Iron Eyes. Doing everything he could to try to find a white jersey to get that basketball to, but just ran out of room on the far side. Lovell's going to have 3.1 seconds to inbound and shoot before the end of the quarter. They do to Newman. And a three that's good if it goes. Rims out. Lovell pouring it on in the third quarter, leads Lander 64-35. Back for quarter number 4 right after this on 1330 KOVE and streaming live at county10.com.
your home for Lander Tiger basketball all season long. KOVE Radio, 1330 AM and 107.7 FM.
Lander ball to start the fourth quarter, 7:54 to go, just underway in the final frame. It's all Bulldogs. 14-1 Lovell on top of Lander, 64-35. Caleb Larvey with the ball down low, but he traveled. Larvey with a good idea to get the ball to Gavin Romer. Would have worked, but traveled first. So the ball back to Lovell. This will be Anderson for the Bulldogs. Right side out. Gets the ball to his left. Ball is nearly stolen away by Peyton Bell. Retains by Romero. Entry pass inside. Some contact. Second chance is no good. No whistle, but the putback is up and good for the Bulldogs. 66-35. Lovell on top of Lander on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard. Bell working off a screen from Romer to Caleb Larvey. Larvey with the ball left side. Threw it to Romer, who saved it momentarily, and the ball finds its way to Iron Eyes. Now left corner, swung back up top to Larvey. And Peyton Bell will reset. Looking for maybe a screen from Larvey, but backs up to the logo. 6:53 to go in the final frame. Does get that screen from Caleb Larvey. Now pulls up from free throw line, has that block, gets his own miss. Puts it up with a better shot that is no good. And here comes in transition Romero, who puts it off the glass too strong, but the follow is also no good. And it's tracked down by Caleb Andrews, who gets the ball across the timeline for the Tigers. To Caleb Larvey at the top of the key. Peyton Bell finds Iron Eyes near the left corner. Back up to Bell. Bell resets. Wants to send motion in Caleb Andrews along the baseline. Gets a screen a bit from Larvey. Iron Eyes driving in against three blue jerseys. Had that ball tipped out of bounds. Still Lander basketball. They'll have Noah St. Clair into the game for Caleb Larvey. Lead for Lovell is 66-35. 6:14 to go in the fourth quarter. Not sure how many of you in Lovell are watching the stream because you guys travel well. There's a lot of Lovell fans here in Lander today, but for those of you Bulldog fans, this is a good team you got. It's going to be fun to watch as we get into regionals in Casper, dare I say. In transition, missed dunk attempt gives the ball back to Lander. It's going to be St. Clair driving in. Hangs, can't get the shot to go, gets his own rebound. Dribble, now two and a foul. All three officials calling that simultaneously. So that's a Bulldog foul, the first from either team in the quarter. That is going to be number 4 on Cason Anderson, though. 5:55 mark of the fourth quarter as Lander inbounds. Bell looking for someone to get the ball inbounds to. And gets hit with a 5-second call. It's not a ton of movement on that inbound from Lander. The air is out of the balloon at this point. Tough weekend for the boys. 2-point loss last night. Game they probably should have won. And then you got to play maybe the best team in 3A. Lovell looking for a lob inside in transition. That's no good. And a rebound is pulled in by St. Clair. Bell across the timeline. Asking for Romer to come out from the right block. Now swung left. Packs into Romer. Romer has it. Collects it. Can't make the off-balance shot, but got his own offensive rebound and put that in. Gavin Romer with 14 points on the night. Lander breaking a scoring drought. 66-37. Lovell trying to answer with a three that is good. 5:15 mark of the fourth quarter. There's Lander in transition with a spot three from Noah St. Clair that's good from downtown. In the corner. Lander up to 40 points, still trailing by 29. This will be a foul on Gavin Romer, who left his feet in transition down low. And I think is number 4 on Gavin Romer. See if he stays in the game. Gavin Romer's taking himself out of the game. Head coach Mullins was not going to pull him, but Gavin Romer will exit, and Porter Playstead will come in. 5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter as Lovell inbounds. Nice steal on the inbound by Peyton Bell. Peyton Bell with speed in transition to finish the play with the right hands. He's as quick in space as anybody in 3A, Peyton Bell. Made an incredible shot, highlight reel shot, diving in, drawing contact in the first half. And a trap from Lander draws a turnover, draws a travel, and a timeout is going to be taken by Lovell. Thanks to YDOT, sponsor of our YDOT Buckle Up for Life halftime show. A reminder that seatbelts save lives. Buckle up so you can stay in the game every time, every ride. Also thanks to Fremont, Chevy, GMC, and Riverton supporting our local athletes. Your hard work and dedication doesn't go unnoticed, and Fremont Chevy GMC is here for you every step of the way at 1401 North Federal in Riverton. 69-42 with 4:44 to go on the fourth quarter clock. Lovell looking to close out another victory. They were 14-1 entering this week. Bulldogs having a special season. Lander did a pretty good job in the first quarter, led throughout most of the first quarter. Surged again in the second quarter, but Lovell pulling away, especially in the second half. Ball is out of bounds on the next Lander possession, but it will stay with the Tigers. This will be a three off of the inbound from Plaisted in the corner that's no good. Rebound is tracked down by Peyton Bell. Bell now trying to force it ahead to Iron Eyes. To Hollingshead. Back to Keaton Iron Eyes. Driving in the lane. Floater with the right hand is up and good. Keaton Iron Eyes with 8 points on the night. And Iron Eyes working hard on defense as Lovell is just able to cross the timeline with 4:08 remaining. Entry pass down low to the right block, draws a double team, kick out for three in the corner, but it's no good. Pax has an uncontested rebound as that shot missed everything. Iron Eyes under 4 to go now. To Plaisted to his right. Kick out to Peyton Bell, swung into the corner for St. Clair, and now an extra pass to Paxton Hollingshead down low that's no good. Rebound is pulled away by the Bulldogs. 3:41 to go in the fourth quarter. Lovell will cruise to victory here in Lander. Lander will drop their second of the weekend on the boys' side. Lander girls won both of their games last night and here today. Lovell working their offense with 3.5 to go from the right side baseline, and now up left high. Entry pass left block, draws a double team. Kicked out to the right to Owen Edwards for three. That's good. Every player on this team can hit every shot, is the way it seems when you're playing against the Bulldogs. 3:07 to go, 72-44 lead for Lovell. This will be Plaisted with a dribble up high and then gives it up to Bell. Peyton Bell for three. No good. Rebound, though, from Paxton Hollingshead, and the putback is good. Pax with his first bucket of the game, and Lander will take a timeout. Super Bowl 59 coming up tomorrow. We have coverage on 1330 KOVE starting at 2 o'clock Mountain Time. Kickoff is roughly 4:30 of the game tomorrow. Of course, the Eagles and the Chiefs, and all the pomp and circumstance that goes with the unofficial nationwide holiday that is the Super Bowl Sunday. So we'll have all that for you, including the halftime show. If you're away from your radio, maybe making a snack run at halftime, you can tune in to the halftime show, performances and all, on 1330 KOVE, streaming audio too at county10.com. Click on radio and then click on KOVE for coverage tomorrow starting at 2 o'clock. Just hoping for a good game tomorrow. Lovell off of the inbounds with under 3 to go. Lander's going to reintroduce their 2-2-1 trap, or full court press rather. A couple of subs in now for the Bulldogs. See Sam Mays in there. Big 55 is Kyle Wilson. Got all subs in for the Bulldogs as they have this game well in hand. Entry pass down low to the left block. Turnaround. Lost the handle and a real late whistle. Tough call against Noah St. Clair. Looked like Kyle Wilson of the Bulldogs had lost control of the ball prior to the contact. So that's a tough call, but not consequential in the outcome of the game, as you see on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard. Gavin Romer's going to come back into the game for the Tigers with 4 fouls. 2:31 to go in the fourth quarter clock, and free throws coming after the foul call from Kyle Wilson. the second team of the Bulldogs we've only seen for a couple of minutes, but that they have size as Wilson makes the first. I don't know who's going to beat him. I don't know. Cody? Maybe? Don't know. Lovell's pretty good. Fun team to watch. Not when they're playing your team, but that's the way it goes. 2.5 to go in the fourth quarter as the second free throw also fell. 74-46 on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard. Peyton Bell swung to Playstead. Entry pass to Romer. Back to Peyton Bell for three. That's good. Peyton Bell adds triple for the Tigers as we approach 2 minutes to go. Bell with 9. Romer has 14 and St. Clair has 10 for the Tigers. 2-minute mark as the mid-range two is up and good. Owen Edwards hitting the mid-range as Peyton Bell crosses the timeline to Iron Eyes. Left side outside. Hollingshead, Lander quarterback during the fall. From left corner to Peyton Bell at the top of the key. A couple of Lander Tiger football players on this team, including Gavin Romer, who has the ball down low. Got it to Iron Eyes, left side outside. Iron Eyes lobbed it to nobody and then fouled as he tried to correct his mistake. Iron Eyes commits the foul, rather. That's going to be number 3 on Iron Eyes. We have a quick timeout that's taken by Lovell with 1:29 to go. Thanks to all our sponsors for our broadcast this season. Both the boys team and the girls team, really fun to cover for me for the last couple of years, and it's only possible because of our local sponsors, Myers Gambles, Porter's Mountain View Supply among them, Fremont Chevy GMC, YDOT, Perfect Power, Wyoming Catholic College, just to name a few of our literally dozens of businesses around Fremont County that make our broadcasts possible. We appreciate it. I know those of you who are friends and family of the players watching in different parts of the country appreciate it as well. You may not be able to shop local at these businesses, but drop them an email and say, hey, thanks for supporting streaming video on County 10. We do it for the home teams, the visiting teams, and especially for the parents that can't make it to the games very often, and relatives of the players. Fun teams to cover. Tough weekend for the Lander boys, though. Lovell is darn good, and that one last night you're just going to have to practice your way out of next week. Because I think it is Mountain View and Pinedale next week. I think Mountain View's the road game. We're going to have to make up that Pinedale game from last Friday that was canceled, but that's not till the end of the month. So we'll flip it and do the Pinedale home game this weekend, if I have that right. And then later on this month is the Pinedale road trip. 1:22 to go is Lovell inbounds. And a travel. We'll give the ball back to the Tigers, but the Bulldogs will cruise to a victory here in this one. 76-49 is where it stands right now. Spot 3 off of the inbound. I think that's Playstead who missed from the far corner. Rebound pulled in by the Bulldogs. All subs in now for Lovell. You have the point ran by Sam Myers, top of the key, and a screen, a moving screen is going to be called against Kyle Wilson.
First personal, second team foul.
Ball back to Lander with 1:06 remaining. A couple of Lander bench players in there as well. Playstead with some more minutes. Ty Herford into the game now. There's a Rivera off of the bench. Caleb Larvey has the ball in the left block. Rivera spots a 3. That is good. Theodore Rivera Jr., the senior. Didn't make a whole lot of sense. Theodore Rivera Jr., who is a senior, with a 3, his second of the game. Here's a 3 answer from Romero that's no good. Bulldog backups trying to get some points on their score sheet. Second 3 from Romero, also good. Romero's going to try again. His third 3 hit the top of the backboard. Lander comes down with a rebound with 25 seconds remaining. Down the floor to Rivera go the Tigers. Rivera for 3 again. That's no good. The rebound finds its way to the far corner. Now with 15 seconds remaining, Rivera hands the ball to his left. 3 is blocked, and the Bulldogs will have the ball. The Bulldogs have been called off. The word from the bench is no more. And the Bulldogs will beat the Tigers 76-52. Again, tough weekend for the Lander boys. 2-point loss last night and then falling to a very, very good 3A team in the Lovell Bulldogs. And that will wrap our weekend of basketball here from Lander Valley High School. Not until we take a break. Come back with the Bailey Tire and Auto postgame show. Go ahead and recap the scoring efforts from the Lander Tigers. We'll speak with head coach Stu Mullins, at least we're expecting to. And that's all coming up next on the Bailey Tire and Auto postgame show right after this on 1330 KOVE and streaming at county10.com.
Myers Gambles is your one-stop shop for furniture, mattresses, and appliances in Lander, Wyoming. We have an unbeatable selection of furniture for your living room, bedroom, and dining room. Plus, we have the latest trends in home furnishings. Our mattresses are comfortable and affordable, and our appliances are built to last. Whether you're looking for a new TV, sofa, or refrigerator, we have the perfect finish, style, and function for your home. Visit us at 420 Main Street in Lander, or check out our website, landergambles.com. Today.
Welcome to Bailey Tire Pros, your local tire and auto repair specialists in Riverton and Lander. Say no to endless online tire listings and experience the convenience of local service. With unbeatable prices and top quality tires, we're here to change the game. Quality service and expert staff ensure you always get the right fit for your car. Choose local. Choose Bailey Tire Pros, where your satisfaction hits the road.
Porter's Mountain View Supply, your local experts in fire and water. We got everything you need for new installs to accessories, and don't forget our great selection of stoves, grills, and spas. We've been serving Wyoming for over 40 years, so you know you can trust us for quality products and expert service. Visit portersmbs.com or stop by our Riverton or Casper locations today. Porter's Mountain View Supply, located on 750 East Sunset Drive in Riverton.
Welcome to Fremont Chevrolet GMC Riverton, where we exceed your expectations and deliver the best service possible. Located on Federal in Riverton, we're here to make local car shopping fun again. Explore our wide selection of new and used Chevrolet and GMC vehicles. As truck and trailering experts, we offer a variety of options tailored to your needs. Experience exceptional customer service and competitive prices. Visit our website at fremontchevygmcriverton.com to find your next vehicle today.
Perfect Power is a proud supporter of athletics and student athletes all across Fremont County. Perfect Power provides services for residential, commercial, and industrial jobs. Darren Hubble, owner and master electrician, has over 30 years of electrical experience. Darren's trustworthy team of professionals can get the job done right. Perfect Power, serving Fremont County and surrounding areas. Stop into 1320 West Main Street, Lander, or give them a call at 307-332-7184.
Wyoming Catholic College is a unique institution that offers an immersion into Western tradition, the beauty and challenges of the wilderness, and the treasures of the Catholic spiritual heritage. Our mission is to provide a unique educational experience that nurtures the body, mind, and spirit. We are proud of our alumni success stories and the learning opportunities we offer through our academic outreach program. Come and explore our campus in Lander, Wyoming.
This County 10 sports broadcast made possible by Myers Gambles, Central Bank and Trust, Wyoming Catholic College, Elevate Rehab, Goddard Construction, Bailey Tire and Auto Services, Haskell's Furniture and Flooring, Wyoglass, Red & Kane & Associates, RE/MAX, the Wyoming Department of Transportation, State Farm Agent Tyler Watson, Eyes on Fremont, Hampton Inn & Suites, Maven, Edward Jones, John Shade, Sage West, Boyle Electric, Perfect Power, Baldwin Creek Rental Service, Northside Auto Body body glass, Fremont Chevrolet, and the Fremont County Prevention Program.
Proud to support Lander Valley High School. We are KOVE.
Welcome back inside Lander Valley High School for the Bailey Tire and Auto postgame show. Bailey Tire and Auto, proud to support our local athletes. Our full-service tire and auto shops at 755 South Federal in Riverton. And just down the street at 1305 West Main in Lander. As you see, for those of you watching on the YouTube screen, tough end of the weekend for the Lander boys, coming up against the buzzsaw that is the Lovell Bulldogs in 3A basketball. Darn good team, and they showed why here in Lander this afternoon. 76-52, the final score. As again, we welcome you into the Bailey Tire and Auto postgame show. Expecting comments from LVHS head boys coach Stu Mullins to come. Recap some of the scoring numbers for you. Good scoring line for the Tigers. Balanced, just didn't score enough, often enough. And too many scoring droughts against a team that you can't afford to have those against. But a good start to the game. Lander led for most of the first quarter, played some of their best ball of the season in the first frame against these Bulldogs. Lovell going on a run, scored 25 points in the first quarter. Lander kept it to single digits closer to halftime. There was a 3 at the buzzer at the end of the second quarter that pulled Lovell ahead by 14, and that was the beginning of the end. All the second half was forgettable as Lovell poured it on, and eventually put in their backups and ran away with this one. But individual scoring numbers for the Lander Tigers. Gavin Romer leading all scorers with 14. He had 4 fouls. He relatively stayed out of foul trouble. Didn't pick up the 4th foul until the 4th quarter, which is a point of emphasis for him with the coaching staff. And we saw why last night in the game against Worland, where the size advantage would have been distinct for Lander against a Worland team that is not nearly as long or large as this Lovell Bulldogs team. But Gavin Romer found himself in foul trouble very early. A couple of first quarter fouls, picked up his 3rd in the second quarter, and so ended up sitting out about a quarter of game time. But we did see, especially in the first quarter, some of what he is capable of as he develops into a big man. Romer's a junior yet. He had to miss all of his sophomore basketball season due to an injury. But Gavin Romer did end up being the high scorer for the Tigers in this game with 14 points. Noah St. Clair added 10. Peyton Bell with 9 points. Keaton Iron Eyes had 8. Rivera I have for 6. Caleb Andrews, it's a newer addition to the roster, younger player, had 3 points in the game. And Paxton Hollingshead also added 2 points in the scoring for the Tigers. But again, Lander not scoring often enough. They scored early enough, out to a very good start in this game, but did not score often enough to keep pace with a Lovell team that fully expects, I would imagine, to be in Casper in the second weekend in March for the 3A state tournament. I believe that's the 3A state tournament weekend. Regionals, by the way, will be right here at Lander Valley High School, which will be exciting the weekend before. That's that first weekend in March. And both the Lander boys and girls teams, especially here with a home court advantage, as it were, is looking to correct things from last year. Last season, both Tiger teams got on a tear. Lost a couple of close games at the end of the regular season, and then regionals in Thermopolis last year were just a disaster. Uncharacteristic losses all around for the Tigers, and they were bounced from the regional tournament. But the Lander girls are well positioned at this point in their season. Lander boys have shown that they can play at least some regional ball. So we'll see what happens there, but plenty of conference action remaining as next weekend. I want to say the schedule for Lander is Mountain View on Friday and then a return home for Pinedale on Saturday. I think it's a home and away Friday and Saturday next week. So we're awaiting head coach Stu Mullins, who is still addressing his team. Let's take one more break and see if we can meet up with Coach Mullins before we pack up and turn things over to Super Bowl Sunday tomorrow. Coverage here on 1330 KOVE starting at 2 o'clock with a kickoff at 4:30. You can listen to that game right here as well. But from Lander Valley High School, one more timeout, and we'll come back right after this on 1330 KOVE and County10.com.
Baldwin Creek Rental Service in Lander is a proud supporter of sports and athletics here in Fremont County. Baldwin Creek Rental Center understands how expensive specific equipment can be, especially if it's for a one-time use or event. That's why they offer tools and equipment rentals. For many years, Baldwin Creek has provided services to clients in Lander and the surrounding areas. From lawn and garden projects to graduation parties, they have the right equipment for you. Baldwin Creek Rental Center, located at 675 Baldwin Creek Road in Lander.
Introducing WyoGlass, your local glass experts. From windows to showers, we've got you covered. We're proud to be a part of the Lander community and a local sports sponsor. We're dedicated to serving all of Fremont County, so you can trust us with your residential and commercial windows and doors, auto glass, shower doors, and garage doors. For quality service and local support, choose WyoGlass. Visit us at wyoglassoflander.com or on Main Street in Lander today.
Boyle Electric are your trusted electrical contractors in Lander. With over 30 years of experience, we excel in light and heavy commercial construction, residential remodeling, and service work. Our licensed electricians use only quality materials and are committed to meeting your construction schedules. For professional electrical services at competitive prices, choose Boyle Electric. Give your place's electrical wiring the touch of excellence. Call 307-332-8139. Discover personalized banking at Central Bank and Trust. We offer personal and business banking tailored to your needs. Enjoy the convenience of our online banking platform, whether managing accounts, applying for mortgages, or going paperless. With branches across Fremont County, we provide drive-through and lobby services. Experience simpler applications for mortgages and loans, all from your computer or mobile device. Connect with us at centralbanktrust.com.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
Welcome back once again from Lander Valley High School one more time this weekend to the Bailey Tire and Auto Postgame Show as the Lander boys fall to Lovell in the second half of our doubleheader, 76-52. Lander boys head coach Stu Mullins good enough to join us following a tough weekend for you guys. 2-point loss last night, and you could have won last night by 50 points, and you still have to play this Lovell team. I don't know who beats them, but they're darn good.
Yeah. No, I mean, one team has beat them, and the team that beat him without 10, Walker on the floor, and so I mean they've 40 pointed about everybody that they've played, and and so there's a lot of really good things that we did tonight. It just wasn't consistent enough, and credit them for shooting as well as they did.
You led the first quarter, most of the first quarter. Played some of the best ball I've seen you guys play against this kind of competition. Even made a surge in the second quarter, kept it kind of close. There was that buzzer beater at the end of the second quarter that kind of took the air out of the sails a little bit. But liked, as you mentioned, a lot of what you guys did. Gavin Romer, you got glimpses of him, what he can do with his size down low against probably the biggest team that you're going to play all year.
Yeah.
stayed a little bit better out of foul trouble, as we talked about last night. It's just a really deep team to go up against. But, I mean, what is your messaging to this team of that's where we want to be someday, and now we've seen it?
Yeah, we just talked about, the old story of the miner looking for gold, and you never know how close you are, even how frustrating it can be sometimes. And, we've kind of got into a habit here where we either play really well offensively and struggle a little bit defensively, or vice versa. And, it's just it's a matter of that, just putting two really good halves together on both sides of the floor. And, it's just fits and starts, and we're playing really good teams too. We knew this West, there's no bad teams in the West. Everybody is solid and everybody's good, and we can be right there. We've just got to continue to improve, and that was the message. I think that goes for everybody, but collectively, which direction do you want to go? And if you want to go there, what steps is it going to take to get there? And so we'll regroup Monday and get after it.
Can't believe how far along we are in the schedule already. Looking ahead, regionals are going to be right here this year, and it's all about kind of where you're positioned and how healthy you are and everything when you get to the end of February. So the march continues. Next week is Mountain View on the road on Friday, and then Pinedale here at home.
That's right.
After this weekend and looking ahead to those games, what are you thinking about for practice next week?
Well, next weekend is huge. You definitely want to stay out of the 7 and 8 spot, because you play this team or Cody, and every other seed, you're probably fine, because it's so important to win that first game. That's been the struggle for us the last couple of years. Life becomes so much easier if you can win that first game at regionals. So that's a ways away for sure. It's really what does Monday bring? That we can kind of work backwards towards, and we had 2 really good weeks of practice, and again, you just never know how close you're going to be. And we were up 9 with 2 minutes to go in that game last night. But we get in that situation again, you probably finish the game, because you went through it. So,
yeah. Coach, appreciate the time. We'll see you on the road Friday next week and right back here at home on Saturday.
Awesome. Thanks.
And again, Lander boys coach Stu Mullins after a defeat to what might be the best team in 3A basketball in the Lovell Bulldogs. And not to get too far ahead of ourselves, because that's why we love March basketball, but if I had to pick, I'm saying Lovell Cody in Casper here in the middle of March. But as Coach just mentioned, lots of basketball to play between now and then. It's a road game on Friday of next week. Jared Anderson is going to have that game for you from Mountain View, which is always a fun place to play, the Dome down there. And if Jared happens to be listening, better yet, alongside his better half, sincere thanks for taking that broadcast, which happens to fall on Valentine's Day. So Jared's got you on Friday. We should be back here on Saturday for Lander and Pinedale. But regardless of who's bringing you the game, probably doesn't matter to you guys. We'll be right here with you with streaming video at county10.com and audio coverage on 1330 KOVE and county10.com. With that, for Lincoln Fuller, appreciate you running the camera today. Scott Fuller signing off from Lander Valley High School. We will talk to you next Friday from Mountain View here on 1330 KOVE and county10.com.